Half a ball is half a ball.
Half a ball,
Hello,
half a nut.
welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Drinking Beer. My name is Josh. We're good.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
All right, I had to get that out of the way. My name's Alec.
It's been it's been a while.
It's been too goddamn long, and
It's been 3 shows.
I would like to extend my apologies because it was basically my fault, but also my mechanics.
It's not always your fault.
Not always.
It was
but
my fault for last Monday. Then your
No
fault
worries.
for Wednesday, and then your fault for the Wednesday before that.
But we have a show and a guest this Wednesday. Anthony, if you're watching, looking forward to it. I should probably follow up with him, make sure he's doing good. Ali, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing Sober October, so I'm not drinking today. Hope you're out there doing whatever you're doing and keeping your fucking word.
But I'm still drinking.
But Josh is still drinking. He's got a modified Sober October.
Only on show days.
So I decided to do Sober October because we talked about it on the podcast with Ali. And it probably would be not the worst thing to stop drinking and doing drugs for a month. I can handle it. I could do that. That's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
That's what I'm promising.
So getting on with our show that we haven't done in a while. It is October 4th. Decorated for the occasion. It's Halloween.
Oh, yeah, we're ready.
It's Halloween. Today's 2DDBFFOTD, the fun fact of the day, the be now, the butthole.
The butthole.
Is that over 84 million mouse ears have been sold at Walt Disney World since it opened.
Damn. That's a lot of
That's
mouse
not
ears.
Disneyland. That's Disney World.
Disney World in
So
Chicago.
Nope.
Florida.
There you go.
Chicago, Florida.
Yep. That's it. Opened.
Did you ever have a pair of the Mickey ears or whatever with your name embroidered? Is there an L in there? Embroidered?
Nope. No L, but yeah.
Sobriety is hard.
Speaking of embroidered, you're wearing an embroidered 2DDB beanie.
Yeah, look at that. Hello. It looks dope on me.
Available in the store at twodudesdrinking.beer
That's why I'm wearing it.
for the upcoming winter. Keep your ears warm.
If you want to look dope as I do.
Yeah, Walt Disney World opened in 1971. So, what is that? Fucking quick math on how long it's been open.
Round it to 70, take it to 20. That's 80 years.
50.
give or take 30.
And so divide 84 million by 50. What's 1.68 million a year?
That's perfectly reasonable, I think. I mean,
How many a day? 4,600.
At least 25.
How much do they cost?
You're getting into the stats already. I love it. We just broke down one aspect of Disney's model.
Granted, this is going to be at the Disney store, not Disneyland itself. So it's going to be cheaper. Still fucking expensive.
Probably they're like $80, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're I know they're expensive.
Well, these are from 45 to like 20.
So
And that's just like headbands.
the average is 30. No, we're talking about the hats, right? With the ear, those. That's what I imagine. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Let's just say this one. It's $18.
Okay.
So that's $82,000 a day. 82,849 a day.
It's too much money.
Just from selling hats with ears on them.
What do you? And those probably don't cost shit to make.
No, they're made by children.
Yeah.
And that's just like the cheapest one.
Yeah. And I remember they were like $40 when I went.
At the park, yeah.
And then like I know that they're on the top end. I guess if you get better materials or like, you know, preteens or young adults to build them in China, then the price goes up.
If they're all sold at the park, it's $184,000 at 40
a
bucks.
day.
At $40 each, yeah, a day.
So let's understand this slowly. One store can probably pay every cast member's pay for that day. Do you think?
No.
No. How much? How many? We're going deep. Fuck the. Fuck. What's the called? What are you drinking?
Today I'm drinking Latitude 33, a blood orange IPA.
Disney World. I was stuck to Disney World. Employees. There are, in 2020, Disney World began laying... Oh, blah, 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 blah. There are over 77,000 cast members working at Disney parks. It doesn't say which park. I'm guessing it's just in total.
So, fair to say that, well, Disney World's bigger.
So if they paid everyone $1 an hour, which they basically do...
Well, they make the minimum wage.
Yeah, it says more than 770,000. No, excuse me. It says more than 77,000 employees at Walt Disney World. Now let's look at.
So that's the Florida one.
That's the Florida one.
So they sell 4,600 hats a day.
Oh wow! Disney World is way bigger than Disneyland.
Yeah, it is. It's way bigger. Yeah, there's like 6 different parks at Disney World.
Disneyland employs about 32,000 cast members per the register. About 19 of them have returned to work. Oh, since the reopening in April. But it's still around 32,000. So Disney World still has easily more than double Disneyland. So Disneyland could easily...
At the minimum wage, 32,000 employees would be $480,000.
So it's a quarter.
Yeah. So no, just selling hats alone
That's so
would not
crazy.
cover labor.
That's so crazy when you realize the scale of everything.
And that's assuming everybody that works at the park makes minimum wage.
Yeah, which is not the case.
Some people make a lot more.
Yeah, for sure. But a healthy chunk is coming from hats alone a day.
Yeah, sure.
And we got to remember that's not did you just do the day minimum wage? How much it is for a day?
Just $15
Times 8?
times
An 8-hour day, assuming.
I just did a number of employees times $15. So that's
Nope.
for 1 hour. So even then, that's just for 1 hour.
Would it be?
Yeah.
Number of employees times 15? Yeah, that'd be an hour. So yeah, for 1 hour of work.
Yeah.
That's great. I don't think that's right. Again, my brain hurts. That's not right. $15 an hour, 8-hour day. So here's what we need to do. Look at my phone because it's easier to whip up the calculator.
So 15 times 8
15 times 8 times... So it's $120.
times 32,000.
What the fuck? Oh, so it's $120. 15?
Dollars is the minimum wage in
Times eight.
California.
Chill, bro.
Yes.
Damn, drink a beer. You need to chill the fuck out. I need to drink a beer and chill the fuck out, but I got water.
You can't.
So 15 minimum wage, $120 for a full day. Times how many employees? 32,000?
Correct.
3, boom. So $3,840,000 if
Casual.
every employee works a 8-hour day, which I assume they don't give 3 or 4 hour days to employees because they have to drive all the way to fucking Disneyland. And I would,
Most of them live nearby.
I would not want to drive that far for a 3-hour, 4-hour shift. I couldn't imagine anyone doing that. So I imagine they get at least an 8-hour day. So a casual $3 million a day just to pay for the employees. That is fucking nuts.
And they only make 80,000 to 180,000 from hats.
Yep. Now that does sound more accurate. So no, clearly not. It does not pay for all the cast members. But we got to the bottom of it pretty quickly, as my dumbass could.
But that was the Disneyland number. Whatever the minimum wage is in Florida.
Well, it's a little more than double, so you can imagine a little more than double. So instead of 3 million, it's probably like 7 million. So
even less.
So even less. And that's still assuming everyone made minimum wage. So it's even more, actually. So it's
My fan fell out of my window.
sound like someone broke in.
Nope.
You want to take a second to fix it, or just
Nah.
let it cool off the carpet?
It's just cooling off the carpet.
I get home sometimes, my fan falls out of the window all the fucking time because I have my fan going out, and if a gust of wind comes into the window, it kind of like pushes it back.
No securing it.
So
Shit's going on.
what I started doing was I started flipping my fan inwards when I leave. That way, if a big gust of wind comes, the fan speed will just blow it in my room faster. So it doesn't like push it. It just kind of goes with it.
Mine's blowing in. Was.
It was. That must have been a big gust of wind then.
Oh, well. Such
Yeah.
is life.
Ever since wind, I can see it on your tombstone now. Wind is a gut. Life is a gust of wind. This is hard. This talking
it's
shit while
been a
sober
while.
is hard.
It's been a fucking while,
It's
dude.
been 2 weeks since we had any show, right?
2 Mondays ago.
2 weeks. Math is hard. The show is hard. Sober's hard.
Well, we did the math.
We did, but
We did that successfully.
it took us the first 11 minutes.
We got to talk about things.
Yeah, we do. How is the beer? You didn't even do a review.
Tastes like blood orange.
Yeah, you've done it before,
It's
right?
a blood orange IPA. Tastes like blood orange. If you like that.
I like that.
They're doing construction on my college campus.
How's that?
It's all right. So one street is cut off. So everyone who would take that to go to the parking lot that way has to go around the entire campus to get to that parking lot. And so instead, they park in the parking lots that I like to park in because it's more convenient to me. And so I can never find parking in the morning when I get there. So I have to go around and sit in the big fucking lot.
College.
Yeah, far away. And then I have to walk to campus. But I was walking across the fucking world to get to school. And I was walking by the construction site because I had to. And I was hit with a very familiar smell. That
Ganja.
No.
You pooped your pants.
Yeah. Have you ever soldered pipe?
Yeah.
And it's
Actually.
like the burning
The metal. Yeah.
I smelled that and I was just like hit with this sense of nostalgia from whenever I would help my dad solder pipes.
Okay. Why were you soldering pipes as a kid?
He teaches me stuff.
What? Like, I mean, like, was it like
When we
to a car? Like,
bathrooms, sinks, whatnot. We installed a sink on
got it.
in the deck of the house we lived in.
So it was just home.
yeah,
work.
home shit,
What's the word? It's not homework.
home improvement,
Home improvement.
home renovation.
Hard.
Maybe you're just fucking dumb.
I am, and I woke up super fucking early today. I woke up at 8 o'clock today.
Why'd you wake up early?
Cause so should I talk about this? Should I talk about this?
I asked you a question. Why did you wake up early
Fucking
today?
God. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this.
Doing that, you're gonna fucking spill your water.
I know, right? The one thing I'm afraid of. So I woke up super early today because I've been taking my car in and out of a mechanic shop lately, which is why I've been having a lot of car trouble. And that's kind of why we didn't have a show 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of these
It's never
days.
been the reason, but okay, go off.
Either way, go off, King. But it's been a real pain in the ass. And I take it in and I get it back, and then it would stall. I take it back. They'd be like, oh, yeah, my bad, I'll fix that. And then I got it back, and then it was something else, and then I got it back, and it was something else, and I got it back, and it was something else again. I've been in and out of their shop 6 times, and every time was for like a new reason, but it was a new reason that they caused. So basically what happened was my timing chain on my car went out. I took it in. They replaced it. I brought it back like a day or 2 later. They forgot to put a bolt back into the engine, and it kept rattling. And I was like, that's annoying. And then I left, and then it kept rattling again. So I took it back, and I was like, hey, so it's still rattling. And they're like, okay, yeah, let's double check it. They double check it. They're like, hey, the tensioner chain was bad, so we're going to order you a new one. And that took like 4 days or something. And then the first time they had it, it was like 3 weeks. And so that took another 3 days. I got it back, and it was still rattling. I took it back, and they were like, hey, yeah, so we don't know. It's probably the oil. We'll take a look at it. They held on to it for another day or 2. I got it back, And then they're like, hey, so we don't know what it is, but we think it's the oil. They said that they're like, we think the engine's fine. We don't know what the knocking is from. And every time I've gone to the shop, I take him for a drive. I'm like, listen, Josh heard it in the car. I'm pointing it out. I'm like, this is the sound I'm talking about. Can you find it? And they're like, yeah, it's probably the tensioner. It's probably this. It's probably that. It's probably this. It's probably that. And then they would work on that thing or fix that thing or change that thing. And then I'd get it back and it wouldn't be fixed. And I keep pointing it out to them. I'm like, hey, this is still rattling. This is still making this noise. Or this new noise comes up. And it recently was a new noise. And the new noise was because I was looking online, when you start it cold, there's not enough oil in the pistons. It's called like piston slap.
What's up, Wasabi?
Oh, what's up, Wasabi? And the piston slap apparently causes your engine to make a really unpleasant rattling sound on startup. And I took it in this morning, and I was like, hey, it's been like 3 days. Every time I start the car, I looked online a bunch. I looked on a bunch of like YouTube videos. Everyone said that this is probably it. The mechanic last time before sending me off was like, it's probably the oil. If nothing else, that's what we should do is change the oil, because they don't know if the last mechanic put the right kind of oil in. Anyway, I go in there today, and the mechanic is like, yeah, we gave you the right oil. And I was like, well, that sucks because it's still doing it, and everyone online and on the Ford forum, online, is basically saying that it is either the timing chain, the tensioner, which you guys have already fixed and said is perfectly fine, and if it's not those two things that are going bad, which it shouldn't be because they're brand fucking new, it should be the oil because there's not enough oil. And I showed the guy, and I turned on the car, and it started rattling again. Surprise, surprise. And he goes, oh, the oil. Why didn't you say so? So he takes a look at it, changes the oil, and so far it's been good today, but that's today. The engine's been pretty much warm all day. So, hey, thank you, Freshly Bathed.
Freshly bathed with the 4-month resub.
Wow, thank you for the 4 months. Jesus. So, yeah, I've been having a really stressful, really annoying, like, last 2 months. And I'm just at wit's end with this mechanic in the shop. The guy who does help me is very polite, but the guy who apparently works on my car and the guy who works on who owns the shop, I guess, got involved today. They saw the mechanic who was changing my oil, and he immediately comes up. He goes, "Why are you draining fresh oil? Like, this is brand new oil." And I was like, yeah, well, my engine makes a knocking sound when I start it up. And he goes, no, it doesn't. And that bugged me because I never met this guy before, and I never showed him the problem. But the two mechanics that were there have seen the problem, and they knew the problem, and they said to change the oil. So I brought it in for them to change the oil. And this guy starts lecturing me on how I'm wrong, and I shouldn't believe the internet, and I don't have video proof. And then I showed him a video that I took of it because I'm not a dumbass. And he goes, oh, that sound? Just like every other mechanic, which is super fucked up and super fucking annoying, because they go, oh, why didn't you tell me it was that sound? Like, all of a sudden they knew it, try to backpedal and save their ass. And they're like, yeah, the reason that sound happens is because the oil doesn't get to the pistons in time on startup. And I was like, exactly. So why the fuck can't you put oil in my car? And they're like, oh, I mean, we can't do anything about that. If the oil doesn't get there in time, the oil doesn't get there in time. And I was like, but it never did that before you guys worked on it. And he's like, yeah, well, that's not our problem. And I was like, it kind of fucking is, because you worked on it last, and now it's got this other noise that it's making. And he's like, well, that's just how it works. And I was like, would you ever buy a car that makes a sound rattling like that on startup? And he goes, okay. And he walks away from me. I'm like, fucking A, dude. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're going to come here, harass me, tell me I'm stupid to my face, basically. I'm going off, huh? God damn. Basically be like, to my face, be like, hey, you know this thing? Yeah, you're wrong. And like, never gone on a drive or sat down with me and talked about it, while the other two mechanics who have are present, and told me that this is the only other option to fix. Ooh, spooky. the only other option to fix the noise. And then every mechanic hears the noise and they're like, oh, this noise is because of this. And I'm like, exactly why I'm fucking here again. So can you fix it? And then they're like, look, man, all you can do is drive it. And if there's no check engine light telling us what's wrong, then there's nothing wrong. And I'm like, but there's a fucking engine rattling. And they're like, it's not the engine. I'm like, but the engine is rattling. They're like, yeah, but it's because of the oil. I'm like, yeah, so fix it. And they're like, yeah, we can't. It's the oil. And I'm like, so give me more oil or different oil or whatever you did wrong. And they're like, oh, we can't. And I'm like, why? And they're like, it's the engine. And I'm like, you keep going back and forth on the same fucking thing, dude.
Basically, your mechanics suck ass.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for my car to be in one piece before I leave the scathing Yelp review. And I never leave Yelp reviews. I left, I think, maybe 2 or 3 in my entire life. And they've all been 5 stars because the service or the quality was that good. I was like, fuck, I gotta leave you at least a Yelp review. I was blown away. The first one was my iPhone couldn't charge. I plug it in, and I was like, hey, I need a new charger or something. Can you open up my phone? And the guy, it was at a store in the mall. I don't even know if it's there anymore. You gotta look at my Yelp account.
Look up mine.
And he gets a little screwdriver and he digs out some like dust bunnies, and he's like, there you go, bro. Like 5 minutes, he did the whole thing, and he's like, if I open it up, I have to charge you, and I don't want to do that, so here you go for free. And I was like, dude, like really, like you just saved me. And then I went on my way home. I bought a little thing of tiny screwdrivers, and now I always clean out my my headphone port and my charging port, and it works amazingly.
You know what also works good with that? Toothpicks.
Yep. But I got the metal screwdrivers because like on like some of my mixers.
You shouldn't use metal for your phone though.
All right, whatever.
Because you'll damage the connections.
Oh well.
So
Too late now.
That's why I recommend toothpicks.
All right.
Because they're not as hurtful.
Well, anyway, he used the tiny screwdrivers, so maybe he fucked it up.
So I've only ever left 2.
It was a 1 and a 5-star
Yelp reviews.
I gotta look my shit up too now.
One was at a Starbucks I went to that I ordered a.
I was there.
A lot of us were there. It was
a whole squad.
It was a Pizza Rev thing. I ordered a drink and a sandwich, and I never got the sandwich because the guy calling out shit was super quiet and didn't fucking.
How do I log in?
You just scroll down.
What is it? Facebook, Google, or Apple?
Email.
Oh, I'll try that then.
The guy the calling out like the names
Josh.
and orders, like he wasn't.
Josh.
It was fucking loud and busy and
Order for Josh.
basically, and I was super pissed off.
And you actually refused to go up too. You're like, fucking leave it.
I didn't get my drink.
It was a drink or a scone or
And
something.
my sandwich took forever.
Yeah, but there was something where it got brought. No, when they put it up there, he's like, Josh, and he walked away, and you're like, that's not good enough. Like,
I was like, I don't know if it's mine or not.
yeah, got to see with authority.
I'll just read my review exactly like as I wrote it. Went there once on a Saturday morning, got a sandwich and a white chocolate mocha.
There you go.
Never got my mocha. Sandwich took forever. The guy calling stuff out was inaudible. Overall, terrible experience. Probably won't be back. And I haven't been back to that Starbucks since.
And neither have I in principle.
And then I wrote a review for a brand new pizza restaurant that opened
Oh, that's dumb.
after, because I'm a nice guy working for a good pad company.
A nice guy working for a bad company.
Yeah, good pizza, nice atmosphere, polite crew. Opening day, the line went by super fast, really efficient. This store and the one in Camarillo and the outlets are my go-to. Got to shout out my home store.
This pizza, better ingredients, Papa John's.
I've been fucking wanting Papa John's for the longest time.
Are you down? There's one right fucking there.
It's closed.
What?
Yeah, they've been closed for a while.
Dude, no way.
I've tried to order Papa John's for delivery, and they're like, you're too far away. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like the nearest store is in Simi Valley or some shit.
There's got to be one in Thousand Oaks, right?
I mean, I've checked, and it sucks. Because there used to be one down the street, and now there's
Hello, sexy. I do look cozy. Thank you.
Connecting
I feel cozy. How do I check out my review? Oh, here we go.
Spoopy theme.
I've only left 2 reviews as well.
Spoopy.
Are you fucking kidding me? I did the same thing.
All 5. Yeah, we made our reviews at the same time for the Thousand Oaks store.
I don't remember that. That's embarrassing. Delete that.
Did you leave a review for the Camarillo store too?
No. The other one is the iPhone. I protect
Oh.
Thousand Oaks
I
professional
saw
iPhone
Thousand
repair,
Oaks and I thought it was
which is also closed
Pizza,
apparently. Probably because they do all that work for free.
Oh my god! After you finish this, I need to fucking tell you really bad news.
Uh-oh, what happened?
No, finish that.
Do you want me to read it or?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it, how bad is it though?
It's pretty fucking bad. It's really devastating.
Don't say that. Like, is it like going to affect my life in real life?
Yeah, I was really sad when I read it.
Oh.
Like it shook me to my core.
Just tell me now.
No, I want you to read the review.
All right. Well, these guys were super nice, and they basically repaired my phone for free. So I gave them a 5-star review. Came in with my iPhone that wouldn't charge, and the gentleman behind the counter took a look at it. After digging around in the phone for a bit, he cleans out the charger port, and it works like new. A good, honest man who said the phone is fine and would be a waste of money to repair it because there's nothing wrong with it. I never wanted to get a Yelp account, but after what I felt like was a free service, I couldn't help it. I will be taking my business here from now on.
Have you been there since? Well,
It's closed, but I went there one other time, and the guy did the same thing. He's just like, yeah, like you can get it cheaper at this other place. And I was like, are you sure? I went to buy a case, and he legit hands me my phone back. He's like, just go to Amazon. And I was like,
to be fair, I have done that to people at Target too.
but it's like, I was like, it was the same guy, and I wanted to get the OtterBox, and it said $40 on the thing, and I put it down and it goes $80. And I was like, oh, the tag said 40. And he's like, all right, then just like get it on Amazon because it's cheaper. And that was it. I was like, are you sure? Like, I felt bad, but like, obviously the guy didn't work there. Like, he didn't have any stake in the business. He wasn't running the business, you know? But he's like, yeah, it's a waste of time to do it. But yeah, I went in for a case. Like, I've got 136 friends on Yelp. What the fuck?
This might be linked to your Facebook.
It must be.
So my really bad news also has to do with a closure in Thousand Oaks. So I got an email from a restaurant that we really both like. Stacked, right?
Oh, really?
3 locations closed. They weren't able to renegotiate terms of reopening, so the one in Thousand Oaks is now permanently closed.
That sucks.
And when I read that email, I was fucking hurt. Because now the closest one is in LA.
Dude,
That restaurant was so fucking good.
It was really top
Literally
notch.
the best restaurant in Ventura County.
Really top notch food. The mac and cheese burgers, the customization options alone were
The best. You don't
what
have
set
to
it-
fucking talk to
Yeah,
anybody.
it set it apart from anything.
So good, so nice.
Yeah,
Gone.
yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten bad service there either, too.
No, never. Because you're not
Because it's all through the iPad.
you're not dealing with
yeah,
anybody.
I think that's why there was always good service.
The only way your food is getting fucked up is if you order it wrong.
Yeah, very very hard to fuck up an order, and like even like refills were done through the iPad, which made it super quick.
If you wanted anything, it was just done through the tablet
yeah.
at your fucking table.
That sucks, man. The fact. Do you think? I mean, that's got to be on the side of the Oaks Mall. Then that's not a stacked issue if they can't renegotiate, because they probably were like, look. We took a hit during Corona. Can you work with us? And the Oaks Mall was just like, we could make more money if we get rid of you.
I can pull up the email. It's in my trash, but I can pull it up.
Pull it up. Was it an email letting you know they were closing?
It was like a customer loyalty email because like rewards or some shit.
That's so heartbreaking because that's just like, hey man, thanks for your business. I'm closed.
Because they were saying that their San Diego store was opening back up. Mm-hmm. So they have 2 locations right now, Huntington Beach and San Diego.
Damn.
So if we ever want stacked ever again, we need to go to Huntington Beach.
Huntington.
Yeah, not Huntington.
Huntington. I was planning to go up to Huntington Beach actually to see David soon. If you want to come with me, we can get some stacked on the way.
Shit.
I'm not even playing.
Let me know.
It should be within the next month or so.
Yeah, the email, literally the subject, the header is life can be bittersweet. October 2021 update.
Pulls at your heartstrings.
We have good news
Artery Clark
and
Clark
sad
heart.
news. San Diego is back. They start with the good news.
Which you should
We're
have done.
beyond thrilled to announce that Stacked San Diego will be officially reopening this year. Blah, blah, blah. We'll hold opening interviews on October 5th. So if you need a job in San Diego, Stacked is hiring.
That's so crazy. They're like, hey, we're sending everyone this email, and if anyone reads it and needs employment.
In regards to Torrance, Cerritos, and Thousand Oaks locations, as excited as we are about San Diego, it's very much a bittersweet time for us. Deeply saddened to announce that our Torrance, Cerritos, and Thousand Oaks locations are now permanently closed. Recovery of these restaurants was just not possible due to the pandemic that initiated these closures like it did for so many others. It's taken 18 months to finalize these decisions with our landlords.
So it was.
And we appreciate
Oaks
the
Mall.
efforts in trying to prevent this.
You know what bugs me about the Oaks Mall, aside from closing Stacked? Every store I've seen closed and get reopened became a jewelry store or like a shoe store.
That's what makes money.
And that's what bugs me because it's like that's just the area. Like the people who have money out here just want jewelry or shoes.
It's a shame.
That was a good spot, man. It
was.
Burn.
They need to open like at least somewhere closer.
There's got to be one closer. I don't even believe.
They only
I
have
feel
2
like
locations. I was on their website.
really ever.
Huntington Beach and San Diego. That's it.
That's insane to me. Because I feel like there should be way more locations.
It's not that big of a restaurant. And yeah, the closest Papa John's is in Simi. So yeah, everything just good goes to fucking die in Ventura County.
Oh, at least in this area, I guess. Why? Yeah, why does everything die over here? Is there just not enough business or what?
Well, everything in the Thousand Oaks Mall just closes.
Yeah.
Because malls are dying in general.
In Oxnard, I think there's just more people who go out and spend money. Thousand Oaks is really just like a
Denser.
retirement home.
Yeah. Oxnard's a denser population.
Do you think it's the population though, or do you think it's just that? I think there's more young people. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like people,
Maybe, but like-
people in Thousand Oaks.
Because they opened up that Cane's and they're raising Cane's, and that's been popping ever since.
Yeah, everything pops off in Oxnard though. They also had the Krispy Kreme. That was a huge thing.
Denser population.
But I think I really think it's the younger people.
So, well, let's compare populace. Get up the
Populace alone.
the Thousand Oaks population.
Population of Thousand Oaks is 127,873 as of 2019. It is basically plateaued.
Double that of Oxnard. Oxnard is double that. 208,000.
Wow. Damn. Simi Valley is right under. Okay, so if you combine.
And Camarillo is only 68,000.
Yeah, Camarillo is actually really small. I love Camarillo though. But there's also more shit in Camarillo and that survives. Do you think it's just because it's the
There's more
outlets?
chains out here.
The outlets or whatever? Damn.
Chains will live on regardless.
But if you combine Thousand Oaks and Simi, there is 250,000, which is comparable to Oxnard. No.
I mean, yeah, it's 50,000 more.
So,
But if you combine Oxnard and Ventura, that's 317,000.
but you'd figure within this space, if you do something in Thousand Oaks at the Oaks Mall, Simi Valley is close enough to drive to the Oaks Mall, right?
Yeah.
We've driven out to Oxnard for food before because we wanted Raging Cane's or Olive Garden, like whatever.
Yeah.
There's just not enough. There's plenty of people between these two cities that everything is close by. I've driven to see me for Arby's, you know?
The Red Lobster in Thousand Oaks closed. But the one in Oxnard's still kicking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's weird because there's people, it's just not something people spend money on out here. You got to go to Simi or Oxnard.
Rest in peace,
There's just this weird dead zone in Thousand Oaks.
Even though they got a fucking mall.
And I think if you really think about it, it's probably just the age because there's not a lot of people retiring out in Oxnard. I think there are probably more people retiring in Thousand Oaks than Simi.
To be fair, I don't think the people in Oxnard can afford to retire.
Camarillo is super not populated.
It's also a very small area. Camarillo is like 2 exits.
I guess it is. Oh, yeah, it's super tiny. Oh, my God.
Camarillo is literally 2 exits.
And then this golf club. That's crazy. Yeah, it's just... Look, you can see the clear outline of the airport runway right here.
Yeah, you got
It is clearly, as soon as you take off, you're out of Camarillo.
Yeah.
But there's an airport, which is pretty cool. Come to San Diego and visit you? Who's that?
I want to say it's Alexis, but I'm not sure.
Is that Alexis?
I think so. Based on when we did our 100th episode and they gave us money,
Yeah.
I can see all the emails that are associated with
Nice.
it on PayPal. And so it was a Garcia thrown in there.
Nice. So I'm on the verge of doing something crazy. I'm more than willing.
Palomitas is better than wasabi plug. Ooh.
Yep.
Wasabi.
Shots have been thrown. Shade has been thrown. I bet you it's probably Oscar on Alexis's account because she probably uses his Apple Music, and he probably uses.
She uses Spotify like,
and
like a weirdo.
like a peasant. I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, in return for using Oscar's Apple Music,
Use my Twitch account.
he gets to use like her Twitch account, her Hulu with no ads, all the nice shit that he doesn't want to go out of his way to get. I do the same thing, man. I totally agree. I do the same thing, but I'm trying to do crazy shit. So I want to do something like that where I go, because I'm going to Huntington Beach soon. I basically need to drive my car a lot.
I thought your brother lived in Hollywood.
He moved out. So, but he's got his own house now. I'll tell you all about that.
Because that apartment was nice.
Oh, wait till you see his house.
Ooh.
I mean,
That animator money?
oh, it's pretty good. It's got like it's dope. You should come and we'll party.
I mean, I got to request that time off.
Well, it was just like a night or two. I mean, I usually spend the night over because I don't want to.
I mean, if it's a weekend, I got to request it off.
For sure. Well, I told them it'd be like a Monday, Tuesday, so
Then I'll be fine.
yeah, we'll just go after a podcast or something. But I definitely want to do a drive probably to San Diego in my Mustang and just try to run it into the ground just to see if it breaks or not. Because
I mean, there's little, like, no offense, but there's little to no value in that car.
no, I know.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm doing. I'm realizing look, last leg trip kind of thing. Like, if it can last for another tank of gas in my head, 300 miles, I can get to and from San Diego safely. Right?
Well, you can get there.
Yeah, right. And Uber back. But
You need
that's
to fill up.
that's what I'm realizing is like I should be if I believe in my car to have 2 more full gas tanks and not die, then it should be able to get me to and from SD and Huntington easy. Like that's just like my logical brain. The other part of my logical brain is like it's going to cost you a fucking another arm and a leg and you just spend a bunch of money on it. But it'll also be like fucking bury the hatchet, get another fucking Honda Civic or whatever. Like that works because
Buy a newer car.
I can't.
You have a job.
Doesn't matter. It's expensive as fuck. How much do you think monthly payment would be for a car?
We can fucking break that down.
Well, I'll tell you what I had when I had my Fiesta, and that was still.
You also got fucked on that.
But it was still hard to afford.
Yeah, you got fucked on it. So let's just say a 2022 Honda Civic.
Yeah, that sounds perfectly reasonable.
Are the 2022s even out yet? Yeah, they are.
They're always out like a year before. They're working on the 2025s right now.
The 2023s and 4s are just in a fucking shipping container
You
stuck
gotta-
in the Suez Canal.
Probably.
That happened again. So, okay, so starting at 21.7,
That's actually pretty reasonable.
that's just fucking 4 doors,
And a motor. That's all I
Four-
fucking need.
2 seats, and a fucking... You get 4 doors but 2 seats.
Take it. I'll take it.
So let's build one.
31 city 40 highway.
Yeah. So we'll build the cheapest one.
Cheapest one.
158 horsepower.
Nail it. Love it.
That's a lot.
That's actually not bad.
When my brother had his, it was like 101. So they souped that up. Apple CarPlay. It's 158 horsepower, but a 2.0 liter.
Yeah, it's only my Mustang right now only has 60 more horsepower than that Civic. And I drove a Civic as a loaner car from the shop. It's quick. I mean, it'll get you there. I just like the Mustang and figured it'd be cheaper to repair it than go through the shit of buying a new car.
How much would you put down?
Let's just say $0 and work from there.
$0 for how long? 5 years?
10. How long can you go? 5 years?
60 months, yeah.
Let's go 5 years then.
Okay. Credit score?
780.
Yeah, okay.
My credit's really good.
Your annual mileage?
Annually?
Yeah.
10 to 15,000.
Cool.
Why do they ask that? That's a weird question before buying a car.
It's to estimate the
Maintenance cost?
yeah.
Yeah, I should have thought of that.
Estimate the total thing.
Total.
Yes. Do you want to trade in your car?
Oh, shit, can I?
Yeah.
Throw it on there, yeah.
The trade-in value. We'll just say 2,000.
Oh, you can't figure out how much the trade-in value is for my car?
I mean, we can if you want. Pull up the KBB.
I got you.
Give me that Kelly Blue Book.
I thought KBB needs it's like a paid now, right? You need a...
No. I've done mine.
That is not at all Kelly Blue Book. KBB.
I like how it... Oh, you typed in.
There was like 1,000 ads before is why.
I thought you just Googled Kelly Blue Book and it brought up 2006 Ford Mustang.
That'd be hilarious.
You typed in that.
I need to just turn off my ad blocker real quick. How do I whitelist my ad blocker? This sucks. I'm bored.
Well...
How do I do this? I'm a computer guy, but I can't figure this out.
You need to go to your plugins.
Plugins?
Yeah, it's a plugin. You're on Chrome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a plugin.
Where's the... Oh, probably in advanced or extensions.
Yeah.
There it is.
So just
Turn it off.
that one. And then refresh. F5.
Cool. Used...
Build and price.
Oh, cool.
Do you know all this information?
I do. It is not a convertible, and they're all convertible options. Sweet. What the fuck do I do? Okay, lowest. We'll go lowest price, because it's only letting me select that.
Powertrain.
Automatic.
Packages.
No pony. ABS, air conditioning doesn't really work. Power door locks, cruise control, power steering, tilt wheel. You know what?
The fuck is tilt wheel?
It tilts your wheels while you're steering for better traction.
It's an add-on?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
CD, MP3, also Bluetooth. Dual airbag, power seats.
No, they're not.
Why not?
Because there's that lever on the bottom that moves it.
No, but on the side that has the...
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It
Well, you
won't-
unchecked it.
It won't let me. It won't let me check it though.
Well, because you also...
Oh, can you only choose one?
Because you... Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. Get a used car price.
Oh, that's to buy one.
Well, if you... Oh, shit!
61?
A fair market value is between $6,000 and $7,600.
So 6,000.
Typical listing price, though, is on the $7,000 range.
Let's just say 6 for the...
Okay.
Because the dealership has to buy it, so it's got to be worth it.
They'll give me 5.
So let's type 5 then.
Okay. Oh, okay, I guess.
5,000 is your trade-in value.
Just fucked myself, didn't I?
Yes.
I need to learn how to renegotiate those.
Monthly payments $492 with $0 down.
$492?
Yeah.
A month?
Yeah.
$492.
Yeah.
With full coverage. Insurance.
I don't fucking know your insurance.
That's $1,000. Okay, if
You
I
don't
got
need full coverage.
if you buy a new car, you need full coverage.
You don't?
Yes, you do.
Well, fuck it. We didn't get full coverage on my brand new car and we got it.
I'm pretty sure California law says you need full coverage. Go ahead and keep reading. I'll look that up.
So, I mean, that's assuming you put no dollars down, which you should always put something down.
Okay, but still. Yes, everyone who finances a vehicle must maintain full coverage auto insurance for the life of their loan. So as long as I'm loaning it,
Shit, how are they gonna know?
well, I'm going to tell them, you know, when you put money down
when
and you
was-
have to pay them monthly, that's the loan.
When was that a thing? Because we didn't do that.
Did you buy it in Arizona?
No.
Because when I bought my Fiesta, that was for sure a thing. Go ahead and keep looking. Okay, so
I'm just
instead
gonna-
of $0 down, I put $5,000 down.
You don't do 5? I was gonna give you 3.
Oh, give me 3 then.
Okay. With your 5,000 trade in. So 492. That's weird.
That's See, that's what I'm saying. That's fucking bullshit.
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
Why would it still be the same?
492 is way too much.
Well, that is also a brand new car.
It doesn't even make sense how it breaks down yearly, right? Like
Well, you get interest. Applies every
that makes it even more bigger bullshit.
2%.
2%.
Yeah.
It's a really good interest rate.
Yeah, it's 1.9.
It's a really good interest rate.
Yeah, it is. Special deal going on right now at Honda.
If you have good credit.
If you want a Honda right now, go get a Honda for 1.9% APR financing.
I just bought a Subaru Crosstrek.
That's a dumb song. Or you could lease it for $310.
I still need auto insurance. That's how much it would be. I knew it would be at least $300 a month, and then auto insurance is $300 a month. That's too much.
A Honda college graduate bonus.
Not gonna happen. Not a college graduate.
You can Photoshop my degree to put your name on it.
Shit, if you're down to rig the system a little. That's what you learned in economics? How to fucking wiggle the system? How to fucking Photoshop your way into getting a car?
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. That's hilarious. I don't know, dude. That's the thing. Like, and think about it. If it's $300 a month, like just the lowest end, $300 a month, just to pay for the car, the repairs I paid for my car were $2,300.
So you don't drive a GT, do you?
No.
Just the base 2-door?
Yep.
Do you know how many miles are on it?
180,000.
Average condition.
That's fair.
Oh, well, it's not rough and it's not clean.
Well, it's just the interior is a little scraped up.
Would you say it's leather seats?
It's faux, but yeah. They want you to put in all your credit information. Don't do that.
Shit.
That
That was for the trade-in value tool.
still bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Like, buying a car is such a fucking pain in the ass. I'd just rather buy used. It's just cheaper.
Well,
it just makes sense.
From a dealer, it's ass.
If I had, I won't even lie to you. If I had 20 grand in my pocket, I'd buy a new car.
So Palomita says that if you lease, the dealership won't give you the car unless you get full coverage. But if you buy and put money down, you don't need full coverage.
That makes sense. But I thought it was like a California law that no matter what.
Which would make sense.
But I put
because-
money down when I bought my Fiesta, and they're like, you need full coverage. They wouldn't let me take it without full coverage.
Did they offer insurance through them?
No, they're not an insurance company. They offered financing through them. Ford Motor Credit.
FMC.
And they fucked me up.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to buy like a brand new car, but like a 2015.
No, for sure. Look, at the end of the day, I would just need something that runs, right? I'd rather drop $1,000 right now and have a car last me a year than pay $600 a month for a car that lasts longer.
Buy a used 2019. Brand new car literally loses 10,000 when you drive it off the lot. It does.
Yeah. Cars are a terrible investment. I'd rather get someone sloppy seconds, bro. I want a whore. Like, I don't want like a fucking...
Unless you buy old cars and restore them.
Which my car is old, and Mustangs are a classic.
But can you afford to restore it?
I'm keeping it running.
That's not restoration.
No. Could I afford to restore it? No. But I mean, like, over time, probably, sure. Like, I think the value will be held. I'm still not upside down on it. Like, that's for sure. Especially after seeing I could make $7,000 selling it. I'm still positive, you know. I haven't spent more on the repairs than I could sell it for.
You can get a 2019 Honda Civic for $360 a month.
That's too much. I don't want to pay that much. I would never want to pay that much money for a car a month.
323.
Nope.
320.
You give me a car that's $150 a month, and I'll consider it. I will not pay more than $150 a month for a car, new, used, or otherwise. I don't care. Whatever car it is, it's not worth it.
Damn, man, you're frugal.
No, I'm fucking smart. I'm not gonna pay. I know what it's worth. I can look at the end of the day. The car serves the same purpose. It's the same function. It's the luxuries you're paying for. And it's just a lot of paperwork and a lot of bullshit. And it's a gamble because a lot of people get in car accidents. And if I buy a new car, a nice one, and I get in a car accident, guess who's stuck with a fucked up bumper? Me. Guess who doesn't want to be stuck with a fucked up bumper? Me again.
I got a 179.
What kind of car? Saturn?
A 2014 Honda Civic.
I'd fuck around with that, yeah.
That's the same year as my car.
I'd fuck around with that. How many miles?
172,000. Yeah.
Well, it's pretty high.
Yeah, but it's a Honda Civic.
Yeah, but it's pretty high. For how much? How much is it a month again?
179. I got a one.
So how much in total?
10,795.
That car is worth less than that. I'd say like it's
Well,
worth. I'd say it's worth like $5,000.
This is Carfax selling it.
So
if you can find it independently, go ahead. Well, I got a 182 that has 122,000 miles.
That's a little better.
For 1099.
Yeah, but you could only find cars like that on Carfax or used lots. And they do the financing, and the interest rates are insane.
No, of course. That's Carfax for you.
So
they got to run a business at the end of the day.
So at the end of the day, I'm still getting fucked. The difference is, like, if I bought a Honda from Honda or a Ford from Ford, they'd fuck you with no lube. Carfax is like, here's a little lube. Here you go.
Still no lube.
Here you go.
Spit is terrible lubricant.
And then I disagree. But yeah, I think it's terrible. Either way, you're getting fucked.
Fucking on Car Gurus, we got a 2019. This isn't even a real picture of it. It's a render for $15,000.
So, $15,000. Listen to
it is in New Jersey.
Listen to two assholes tell you how to spend your money. We don't even have our lives together.
Nope.
15,000 divided by 5 years. $3,000 a year divided by 12. $250 a month.
That's not bad.
It's too much.
That's how much I paid a month for my car. For like the year I paid for it.
The 1 year. So do this for me. If you all of a sudden had to pay that now, so let's say $250 a month,
yeah,
on top of, let's just say $250 a month insurance, let's a clean $500.
Mm-hmm.
Could you afford an extra $500 a month out of your bank account?
I mean, I'd have to work more because I only work 3 days a week because I go to school.
So you could not afford it.
Currently, right now, without making no changes to my lifestyle, no.
Correct. So
I would have to adapt.
So, basically, I'd have to just go pick up a second job just to get this car afforded.
Would you though?
No. Yes. Well, hang on. Right now, yes. But when Copper Blues opens, probably not.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't have that luxury right now of working all the time like I did before.
There's not always going to be comedy shows.
But when I'm working more
Every day for full shift.
yeah, sure.
Sometimes you get overtime.
Sure. But right this second, no. It's not possible.
Yeah.
I was faced with an option. I had a credit card, and I was like, shit, fucking keep my shit running.
Shit, dude.
That was my option. And it's better to take a hit on the chin for $2,000 than it is for 20.
Yeah. And you also don't need a car right now.
No.
This is all future talk.
Sure. And look,
High five.
I've been trying to avoid saying this because I feel like it'd be jinxing it. But seeing as I'm already in this predicament, I love my car. I love my Mustang. It's a dope car. It's my favorite car I've ever had.
Can't have kids in there.
Doesn't matter. Don't want kids in there.
You can make kids in it. But can't have kids
I've
in
attempted, but
Gross.
gross. But basically, yeah, man, it's just one of those things. Like it's still cheaper to have my Mustang than it is to buy a new Honda Civic, and I'd rather have a Mustang that's a little beat up and I'm still in the green on than a brand new Honda Civic that's like, oh shit, I gotta get another fucking job at Pizza Rev, which
Okay, bachelor.
not gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Bachelor or no bachelor, like it just
I want to
means.
drive a cool car, not a dad car.
Why would I want to drive a dad car? Because my dad bod.
No, I mean it's just fucking. You spend way less on gas. You fill up less.
I don't spend too much on gas.
How much do you spend on a fill up?
55, 60. If it's
I spend like $39, $40 on average.
so $20 less than me,
Yeah,
I fill up once every week or two.
once every 2 weeks.
So we're probably still neck and neck.
No,
My car is pretty good on gas.
I was significantly less than you. Still,
Okay, so let's just say, fuck. Why is it always in numbers?
because that's
The one thing we
that's
suck
what we
at.
do.
Well, we have to like. That's the thing is like, I'm telling you what I want and what I think, and then you're just like, let's math it out and think about it logically. I'm like, I don't wanna. Just let me have my Mustang.
We are rational. You can still have your Mustang. You can keep your Mustang and get a second car.
Fuck that. There's nowhere to park my one car. What were we talking about? Money wise?
How much you spend on gas versus how much
Okay.
I spend on gas.
So I'm gonna go $55 every week. So you do yours every week. Let's just say you drive a lot.
every week, sure.
So $55 times 4 times 12. Spend $2,500 on gas. $2,600.
1920.
So I spend about I spend $700 more on gas than you a year. That's if we're both driving a ton.
Yeah, $720.
I would immediately not recoup that $700 in one payment of car insurance and car payment for a month. The amount of money I would put into that car for 5 years, I would not recoup what I'm hoping to recoup on gas for 5 years. It's a whole entire ass loss for 5 years. Until that car is in my name, I don't make any money on it.
Yeah, if you look at it on a macro scale, sure.
Which, yeah, right? You should. Like,
It depends. I think it depends.
No, nobody's like, hey, like, you know, in a bigger picture, like,
Like my next 10 years I have planned out very loosely.
and can you plan 1 year that goes accordingly? Because I never have. Especially with the pandemic, coming off a pandemic, you're all optimistic about the next 10. The last 2 have been fucking dog shit for everyone.
The next 10 years I just have 3 things that need to happen, but one is just like different criteria.
What
So-
do you want to share your bucket list with us?
Yeah.
Apparently.
It's like 32. Try to join the Navy.
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing that you like.
No.
You're not like get an office job, get
No,
married.
That's after graduation. That's next fall.
Gotcha.
That's next spring, rather.
So that's rather quick for you then.
Yeah.
The job you want.
Yeah.
So let's just assume you get the job you want. Do you just stop pursuing the Navy?
Like 100%. Yeah.
You're just happy?
It's all conditional.
Fair enough.
So
So,
the me joining the Navy is me making nothing of my life.
so yeah, big picture, you make nothing of your life.
I join the Navy.
You join the Navy.
I attempt to join the Navy.
Bigger picture,
If I
you
don't,
fail to join the Navy.
if I don't get in the Navy, I said I'm switching my sexuality to gay. Apparently, I guess you can't do that, but I'm doing it. I'm gonna be the first person.
You're
ever.
choosing to.
And then at
choosing to be
30
gay.
and 35, I'm joining a civil partnership with Wasabi Plug.
And you're going to probably save a lot of money, split the bills, and live together, right?
Yeah. Very, very happy domestic partnership.
So big picture, why wait till you're 35 to do that, right?
Because it's contingent. There's a contingency on it. Mm-hmm. I need to get. It's like a motivational thing.
To not catch the gay.
To not join the.
I want to be not gay.
To not join the fucking military system.
the military-industrial complex.
Yes. It's a motivation to not do that. There's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm just gonna lay that out there because I think that's what you're trying to get me.
It
to.
wasn't.
There's nothing wrong with
like,
that.
you know the whole expression "carrot and a stick," like
Huh?
carrot and a stick, carrot on a stick.
Like for pigs?
You ever seen a cartoon, motherfucker, where someone's on a treadmill chasing a donut and it's like tied to
Yeah.
their head on a stick? That's a carrot and a stick, right? Chase the carrot, dumbass. The stick is you're never going to catch it. Okay, you're caught up to speed. The expression means you're going to chase this carrot, but you're not going to catch it unless this thing happens. So the carrot and the stick is like, hey, go chase your dreams, otherwise you're gay. Otherwise you're gay is the stick. Your dreams are the carrot. You all caught up? Josh already bought the ring.
We're gonna wear those silicone bands.
The point, you don't need to wear a ring. It's just a domestic partnership.
Yeah, but I don't want to get hit on by other people. when I go out,
by
I
other men.
I want to be able to show them my ring.
Hey,
Could be women too.
hey, are you married? Yeah, just to my friend. It's a cost saving.
We have a piece of paper.
It's a cost saving measure.
It's legally binding.
So, big picture on a car. You want me to commit 5 years
It's
to.
not that long.
I'm not saying it is, but it is.
You said 5 years.
Okay, let me put it this way.
5 years.
You have 10 years,
That's a long time.
but 5 is
Nope.
not.
Nope. 5 is like that. 10 is like.
I don't think that's scaling properly in your head.
It is.
Undoubtedly.
Trust me.
He said with 100% confidence.
I know.
Okay. So, you're telling me I could buy a brand new car and pay it off, crash it, buy another brand new car and pay that one off
Well, it depends if it's.
before you decide to join the military.
It depends if it's your fault or
And that-
not. In the accidents.
No, we're still staying micro. Remember, we're micro brain, macro,
There
big
you go.
brain,
Yeah.
big smart aleck.
Micro is little.
Micro's little. We're going macro.
Yes.
You're saying I could buy 2 cars, pay them off entirely, no problem, before you get your entire fucking life together?
Potentially, yeah.
I just want to point out that a car is like a baby to me. It's expensive. I don't look at it as an investment.
It's $20,000. That's how much you make in a year.
But they wouldn't give me a year to pay it off,
No, but that's how much money you make in a year.
which would make me a dirty little whore. They're like, hey, buy this thing. We make this much money in a year, and you'll. How much money is it if I do? If I pay them, well, I know I already figured this out.
The
But
monthly payment in 1 year.
yeah, well, hang on. Let's just say $20,000 divided by 5.
It's like $2,000.
So $4,000 a year.
What?
That can't. That's got to be right. I'm an idiot. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Or 4 is 5. Doesn't matter.
$4,000 a year.
$4,000 a year. That doesn't seem accurate.
That is.
$4,000 a
Divide
year.
that. Divide 4,000 by 12.
No, I know you're right. 4,000 divided by 12. $333 a month.
That's pretty fucking average.
But it's not good though. It's not what I want to pay. I don't want to if you went to Burger King
I know you don't like having debts.
at all.
Adult life is all about having debt.
Don't like it. I will live debt free and
That is literally
I will
impossible, sir.
I'm trying. I'm doing it. Not right now, but I'm trying.
That's impossible.
That was just bad luck in a coronavirus. I'll shake it off though.
That's impossible.
So you just die with debt? That's the fucking
I mean, you can. That's
macro. Everyone dies with debt.
you can avoid that payment by dying, yeah. Then it just goes on to your family.
What if I had no family?
Then you beat the system.
Life hacks.
The
Die.
the bank loses at that point.
I'll do it. Damn. Maybe that's why suicide's illegal.
Well, that's just murder.
They're like, we haven't gotten. No, suicide's illegal.
I know, yeah. It's murder
Yeah.
in the first degree.
Caused by suicide.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a second degree murder out there too. A second degree suicide.
It's like assisted
Premeditated and then accidental. There's for sure accidental suicides.
suicide.
Anyway. Yeah. I don't know, man. It just.
I know it's something you're uncomfortable with. It may scare you, but you gotta take risks, man. Life's all about taking risks.
This isn't even a risk. We're talking about buying a fucking car.
Take a chance once in a while.
Take a chance on me.
Get out of your comfort zone, like me joining the fucking Navy in 2032.
10 years?
Less than that.
What?
7
2032?
years. 7 years.
You have 7 years left?
7 years to join the Navy.
Shit, you lost 2 to the coronavirus.
Yep.
Damn, that sucks. So you've only got 5 years left, basically.
I have 7 years until I'm 32.
But it's basically 5 years.
How?
I'm just saying it the way I said it when I was talking about renting the car. 5. You have 7 years.
I have a 7-year loan on time.
So you have 5 years in another pandemic.
Sure.
Put it like that.
7 years.
That one
total.
by like that. It's gone. Gone now. Bye bye.
I got 7 years still.
All right. I just look. Obviously, maybe one day when I have the money, I'll buy a new car. Probably a Mustang because it's only a few $1,000s more, and if I'm paying that much, it should be that. But it's $600. That's just a lot of money, man. And my brain right now is going only because I'm not working the way I was working before Corona. If I was working the way I was working before Corona, I'd have a new car in my own apartment right now. Trust.
Okay.
I would.
I don't think you would.
I would. Mm-hmm. Because
You don't spend money.
yeah, because I pay rent. I think a new Mustang's like 23,000.
27.
Same.
So if you get it with no features.
I could also put $5,000 down and still pay the same price for a fucking Honda Civic. I think we're learning the math doesn't matter right now. This is like the one time
$453
$1,000 a month.
dollars.
Jesus.
$453 a month with no features. The base price. It's not even a 2022. It's a 2021. 2022 Mustangs don't exist yet.
Not yet. We're working on it. Shit. But even then, I'd rather just buy I got a 2006 right now. I'd rather just buy like a 2010 used Mustang for the same price I bought my 2006 for.
One of the 10 cheapest new cars you can buy in 2021. It's one of these. I gotta click the fucking gallery for it. A Hyundai Elantra,
How much?
20.6.
Okay, so basically Honda Civic.
Nissan Sentra, 20.3.
Basically a Honda Civic.
Volkswagen Jetta, 19.
Jetta's in the lead.
Subaru Impreza, 19.7. Kia Forte, 18.8.
Ooh, they're getting cheaper.
They are. They're going down. Kia Rio, 17.
I'd fuck with a Rio.
Hyundai Accent 16. Nissan Versa 15.8.
Okay.
A Mitsubishi Mirage, a hatchback for 15.5.
They still make Mitsubishis?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And number 1 is a 2021 Chevy Spark for 14.3.
Okay, I will never buy a Spark. Go to the second to last one.
A Mitsubishi Mirage.
Find me a Mitsubishi dealership. Let's figure this shit out.
The hatchback too.
I like the hatchback.
Your
models.
Fiesta was a hatchback.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I wanted the hatchback, but it was an extra like 10 grand for a shape.
It's a subcompact car.
Looking for a new car. Which one's me? A cool convertible or an SUV? Too bad I didn't know my credit was whacked, so now I'm driving off the lot in a U subcompact. FREE, that spells free. Creditreport.com, baby. Saw their ad on
My TV.
Thought about going, but was too lazy. So instead of looking fly and rolling fat, my legs are sticking to the vinyl in a U subcompact. FREE, that spells free. Creditreport.com, baby. That's a little gem for you guys. A little flashback. Where's the... I need to look up a Mitsubishi dealership.
I don't think there's just Mitsubishis there. I think it's like with other shit.
It's just like, yeah, we don't have dealerships anymore. We just kind of send them to CarMax. You can pick them up there. Mitsu... How do you spell Mitsubishi?
MITSU.
First one. Government agent's got my back.
Mitsubishi. Mitsuki.
Mitsuki.
When ads used to be bangers. Yes.
Yeah, buddy. I don't remember the other songs, but I remember all the songs that band did for that.
There's the fucking
It was
Quiznos hamsters.
What?
The Quiznos hamsters. I showed you before.
You probably have.
I'm gonna show everyone else too. Pretty sure I showed everybody on the show.
I'm sure you did. I just don't remember it.
This is engraved in my brain. This is a real ad they aired on TV.
Quiznos new Santa Fe trio.
This is a real ad? Holy fuck.
Fried chicken, roast beef, or smoked turkey. Quiznos.
Toasty.
Motherfucker.
That was a real fucking ad they aired on TV. It's been engraved in my brain ever fucking since then. 2006. Those are hamsters.
Yikes. All right.
Let's see.
Oh, there's one in Oxnard. Fuck me.
Ads, much like corporate logos, are sterile by design. Gotta appeal to literally everyone. Yes. That's why they change them so often.
Guess I'll swing by the Mitsubishi dealer.
Might as well. So yeah, just building basic as low as $173 a month.
Already, like I said, you have my attention. You have my fucking attention, Mitsubishi. I'm listening.
Buy it for $201 at 72 months at 2.9%.
That's okay. Ain't no problem.
Calculate your payments. Down payment. That's assuming your down payment's $1,500
I have a car worth $7,000
with zero trade-in. So, on the high end, you're only financing $6,200.
That's not a lot. That's dope. That's basically
Buy
the
it for
price.
as low as $94 a month.
I think I found my new car, yo. I think we finally did it.
Let's go right now.
I would do that. I would absolutely pay $100 a month for a brand new car.
Well, that's assuming you put $1,500 down. If we put that to zero, $118.
I would do it. I'd do that.
And that's assuming they value your car at $7,000.
Well, they have to give you the Kelly Blue Book.
Do they?
Yeah. They have to give you a fair price. It's like, I know that's a law. Actually, I might be mistaken. That's what my insurance company told me when I got in my accident.
They'll probably take it from the low end.
They cross-reference it with like Kelly Blue Book and like local dealerships for what they're selling it for.
Because they have to buy it and sell it.
Yeah, so if a dealership...
Unless the salesman wants to buy it direct.
Yeah, if a
Which
dealership,
sometimes happens.
if a dealership, like, do you know the cars dealership around here in Thousand Oaks and shit? The you know that
The
there's
shitty one underneath the freeway?
kinda, it's like that.
Oh, okay.
So there's dealerships like that all around the place.
Yeah.
So they go to places and they're like, hey, you live in this area. This is how much this car goes for in this area, what they would be willing to pay for it. We'll get 3 or 5 local dealerships and we'll average that out.
No,
And you get the average price.
like 3% less.
Sure. Yeah. So like if the dealership says it's Kelly Blue Booked for 7,000 and the other dealership says it's Kelly Blue Booked for 5,000, they'll go, we'll give you 6,000. So I'm probably going to land somewhere on that spectrum, especially because they say this is a fair price, but it landed on the upper end of the scale. You saw that.
Even if it's 5,000, it's 148.
What if it's 0? 0 trade-in.
0 trade-in, 0 down, 224.
Not terrible. What's 1,000 down?
208.
What's 2,000 down?
193.
Yeah, see, down payments don't really do shit. The trade-in's going to be what's going to...
Well, it's based on the total amount financed. So
Yeah.
if you were to put 7,000 down, it'd still be 118. It's
Yeah.
just in a different
Yeah.
column.
So they're banking on getting 5 to 7 grand value out of my trade-in
Sure.
to bring in that cost down.
That is at 72
Which-
months. If we do 60, 136. Ooh.
Yeah. So $1,500 down in trade-in because obviously I wouldn't need it.
You can do it for 84 months and pay 106.
Sounds like Mitsubishi could work with me.
It sounds like they could.
Sounds like I need a Mitsu.
You're driving around a 2021 Mirage.
Fuck it, bro. I think it doesn't look bad to me. And
Yeah.
if it runs, does it come in black? Or I'd probably want like the gray, like it's got up there. I think we just saved a bunch of people a lot of stress.
Yeah, if you're looking for...
Go buy a Mitsubishi Mirage, my friends.
Yeah, if you're trying to buy a new Mitsubishi, we figured out all your math for you already.
The cheapest car you could buy brand new in 2021. And I gotta
That's
say,
not a Chevy Spark.
and I gotta say, that's as reasonable as it gets.
Yeah.
That's
Unless you want a Chevy Spark, then go ahead.
then you could probably get it for cheaper. But the Mitsubishi, that's very reasonable.
Yes, sir.
That's a very reasonable price index for the product, in my opinion.
A Mirage.
They really have that market down. Yeah, I think that's a cool looking car. I could see myself in that car. I could see that car being green. Do they have it in green?
They don't.
Fuck. Let me just see it in blue. I'll take it in blue. Black just makes it look like a fucking taxi. So would the yellow, I bet. It kind of looks like the Kicks.
How dare you?
Pull up the Kicks side by side, bro, and tell me it's not similar. You know those cars are similar.
It is a fuel efficient crossover, but
I just bought a Subaru Crosstrek.
cross track.
I forgot the name mid-sentence. Could you afford a new Kicks?
Like I said, with my current working situation, no.
Probably not.
But I can always adapt. I'm only working 3 days because of school. I can work
I'm
more.
not judging. I'm just asking. We're in different places in life, and that's cool.
I would just have to take on more days.
If I needed a car tomorrow, I could go trade up for a brand new Mitsubishi Mirage.
Just glue the inside paneling up.
That wouldn't matter to them. They're not going to resell it. Or they just get it refurbed. I love how the first Trash Man came super early when I was over super early, and the last two are just like here now. I know that people probably can't hear it, but
They do look a little similar. This one's taller, has a longer end,
switch between the two again.
longer ass.
Is there a
and
way
taller.
you can put it up on the screen without showing logos.
It doesn't matter if I show logos.
Well, I don't want them to see logos. I want them to choose what their favorite is. And then when everyone chooses the Mitsubishi, you're gonna be like, oh.
No one's gonna choose.
I guess they could also look at the link in the. Don't worry about it. Never mind. That's stupid. I'm being stupid.
Well, I'm gonna show the comparison.
All right, you might as well. Yeah, yours is just a little bit. Yours has got perkier boobs. A little perkier.
It's taller and has a fatter ass.
Yeah, you like them thick. I like them cheap.
That's been known, baby.
These are not secrets. Yeah, mine's just a little more. Dude, those look really similar to me. I mean, put it in the same color. Can you put it in the same color?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Yeah. Yeah, motherfucker. Tell me those aren't like the same car.
They're very
Tell me.
similar.
The Mirage looks a little smaller.
This is a sedan. This is a crossover.
I mean, aside from the wheels,
This one's taller. It has a fatter ass.
Yours
This
does
one's more comfortable.
Yours does look a little bigger and a little more comfortable. I'll give you that. You're right. That does look a little cheaper side by side.
This is a subcompact. This is a borderline SUV.
All right. I'll give you that. But still, that's a reasonable price for a reasonable car.
Sure, 100%.
I mean, all you're really paying for. What's a Creta?
Well, not in our market.
Yeah. Also, what's up, Ghosan? How you living? Oh, SUV, Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Hell yeah.
Hyundai, as the nitpickers like to call it.
Hyundai.
That looks nice.
Yeah, that's nice. It looks like Land Rover almost from the back a little bit. Check it out, the black one.
Yeah, it does.
A little Land Rover-y. It looks like a crossbred Land Rover with a Jeep.
Hyundai makes nice shit.
Oh shit.
So do fucking Kias.
Yeah, Kia's nice.
I've gotten shit recently for liking. We were driving behind a Stinger, the Kia Stinger, which is like their race car.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, their sport car. And Kia Stingers are really fucking nice. So are the Kia Optimas.
Yeah, dude, this is super nice.
Kia makes good shit.
I remember.
So do Hyundai.
You know what's funny? I'll tell this story. I went to school with a bunch of rich kids, and
Me too.
I was not a rich kid.
Me too.
And my friend, one day we were hanging out, and his mom picked us up in a Volvo. And I remember being like, "This is a nice Volvo," right? And the school the next day, everyone made fun of him for being poor and only being able to afford a Volvo. And I was like, yikes, I thought that was really nice. Because I've only ever seen the inside of, my dad always just drove trucks.
Ford.
Yeah, so I've only ever seen, Dodge Rams and Fords. And those are, work trucks.
Yeah.
Right? They're not supposed to be luxury at all.
The F-150.
F-150. And I see a Volvo, and I'm like, it's got the leather, it's got the nice interior.
It's different.
I'm like, yeah, and it was comfortable to sit in.
Yeah.
Not trucks. Trucks don't really go for the whole comfort thing. It's more utility.
I don't know, man. So one time we had a rental car. It was a Dodge Ram, and it was my first time in a
What year though?
17 plus.
Yeah. So I'm talking about 4th grade, 5th grade, growing up, and then my dad maintained those vehicles.
It's like 08.
It's still on the road somewhere. He still uses it for his company.
So still, it was my first time in a Dodge ever. And in a truck nonetheless.
Yeah.
Second time in a truck. First one was in my dad's truck, a Nissan Frontier.
Those are nice.
Great truck.
Yeah, those are nice.
And so it was my first time in a Dodge, first time in a Ram. It was fucking huge. Really nice interior. Super comfortable. Felt rich.
Yeah, man.
It was a rental.
And that's kind of the experience, right? In that Volvo, I felt rich amongst all the rich kids. And I was like, this is nice. This is luxury. Get to school the next day. And they're like, yeah, your family's poor. We can't hang out anymore. Like, literally. Like, I was like, yo, like, it's a brand new Volvo. And they're like, that's all you can afford? And I'm sitting here being like, dude, I don't want to pay that much money for a car at all. I'm just like, I'm practical when it comes to money. I don't want it. Like, if I had it, I'd spend it, but I don't, so I won't. And that's all there is to it.
These are rounded tops.
Yeah, but you kind of see what he's going for. Like it's more like SUV kind of.
Yeah, they're all looking the same.
They all look very similar. It makes sense though. I mean,
because when I hear boxcar, I think of like the fucking
boxcar,
the Scion XD.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's. Yeah.
Or the fucking Kia Soul.
The Kia Souls are so
but
bad. I hate this car.
The XDs.
Oh, these are the. I think the Kia Souls are good. This one sucks.
The XD.
XD? Yeah. Fuck the XD. Kia Souls? I fuck with Kia Souls. Kia Souls are dope. I fuck with Scions. I fuck with the XB. I fuck with the TC. Scion is like a brand for high schoolers. Like it's every high schooler's like dream car. Because they look pretty cool, and I mean, all my friends had sound systems in theirs. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. But like, yeah, I don't think. Obviously, I want the car to be comfortable when you sit in it, but the interior doesn't have to be like leather or super nice. It's not like
some of the best interiors I've ever sat in are cloth.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, that Volvo, as far as I'm concerned, still one of the best things I've ever sat in. I remember and that's the thing. I remember my friend, his dad had a Lexus, and one day we were in his Lexus, and there was like the leather seats and whatever, and we sat there, and it like just stuck to my skin, and my back got all sweaty, and he's like, "Yeah, don't scratch the leather in the Lexus. It costs some," and I'm like, "It's not nice." I remember like sitting in these nice like Lexuses or BMWs, and I'm like, these suck ass. Mm-hmm. Or like my sister had a Mercedes. It wasn't comfortable to sit in. It was a Mercedes, but it wasn't like a great car to sit in or travel in.
Yeah,
it's really just like a flex. And I'm 100% like, I want to be comfortable, and which is why when we drove, you had the BMW, that was the big one. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's comfortable. That's a really comfortable car.
The X5.
But for the most part, like, in my experience, it's like Lexus, BMW, Mercedes. They're cramped. They're not. I wouldn't drive one.
Yeah, at a certain point, it just becomes a name.
100%.
Which is like the kind of direction it's going to. Mm-hmm. But it's a 2017 and 2018 X5. One of the two. Gotta throw car in there, man. You Google so bad.
I Google bad.
A Chevy.
I drive that. That's sick. That looks like a Z.
That's a muscle car.
Yeah, that looks dope.
That just looks like a muscle car.
It looks fast. It looks like a teardrop. I'd drive the shit out of that. Look at that in black. That's sexy.
That's a dope car.
That's sick. Yeah, dude. I'd for sure drive that. This is the Z. This is my dad's first car, apparently. Not this model, but the older ones.
The Datsun Z.
The Datsun Z.
Probably wasn't even called a Z when it was Datsun.
Yeah. Well, these are Nissan, right?
Well, Datsun turned into Nissan.
Yeah.
So if you ever see a Datsun on the road.
Yeah, he had like one of these. And I think that's dope. Like, the mirrors obviously suck, but
all those kind of cars.
It's shaped like the Mustang.
All of those kind of cars back in the day looked the same. Like Porsches look just like that too.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what Ghost Hand's saying. Like, we're going through a box phase now.
Yeah.
More practical.
Some Ferraris looked like that.
Nobody wants or can afford all this other shit.
Man.
But yeah, dude, I don't know.
And that was the average Joe car in Brazil.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just where my mind's at. Maybe I'll look into a Mitsubishi if this goes tits up.
Do you remember the name of it?
Mirage. I've seen them on the road. I see them actually more than I
It's a sign.
realized. Yeah.
$100 a month.
Maybe I'm just seeing a Mirage.
I hate you.
I hate myself.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's an option, but I don't know if it's something. I don't know if it's the right move right now. Obviously not, because I'm still paying off the work I got done on the Mustang to keep it running.
Well, sure, of course.
But maybe when that is leveled out, I'll look more into those options. This has flown by. Holy shit.
Hour 31-ish.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I didn't even have to touch my notes. Do you want to get into any notes, or do
I
you
already
wanna just
touched
keep-
one of mine.
Oh, what was it?
The familiar smells of soldering pipes.
Oh yeah. Do you want to tell the story about that?
Sure.
So I remember the same smell because my dad had a propane barbecue and it was all metal bodied, and it was like one of those camping ones where we're an outdoors family. We have work trucks and fucking camping
the
barbecues.
little circle ones?
It was a square. But
Same idea.
yeah, I remember
Was it
being.
propane?
I don't know. You'll understand why. I was so small. Like it was another memory before I knew I could talk. I dropped a Lego man in there. So there's this little space where it's kind of fuzzy, but this is all I really remember. So
Sure.
this is how it goes. I had a Lego man. I saw a big green thing against the wall. I saw a little slut, and I went bink, and I couldn't get my Lego man back ever, and I never did. My Lego man's gone, and that was it. And then I remember asking my dad years ago, being like, "Yo, what was that thing?" Like I remember a big green thing. He's like, "I had a grill," and I was like, "That's probably it," because every grill he's ever bought is just like full metal body, like 200 pounds.
As they do.
So I'd have to, if I have to say, I'd probably say propane, just because it's the big square one. It didn't look like it was like it wasn't on wheels or anything. It was like a tabletop one. It came with the stand was separate. Anyway, the
Like
important
a camping stove?
kind of yeah. Actually, it probably is more like a camping stove. But basically, I remember that always smelled like metal. And one day when they were working on the ice cream machine at McDonald's, yeah,
One of these?
yeah, it was totally one of those.
It's a Coleman.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
These are Coleman camping stoves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what
These
it was.
run off those little propane tanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I dropped a Lego man in there.
Everyone has these.
Yeah, I dropped a Lego man in there, and it's even green. Like that's fucking awesome. I'm glad that worked out.
We have one downstairs.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go drop some Lego men in it.
I don't have any Lego men.
Neither do I. I dropped my last one down to Coleman. So yeah, I forgot where I was going with it. Oh, when they were working on a
McDonald's
ice cream machine, it smelled like the metal that it would always smell like because he'd bring it in, and I remember smelling that, and I was like, "Huh, that's weird." I had a flashback, and that's how I obviously remember that memory, but like that smell for me brought the memory back like that because I was sitting right next to it, and it was just that burning metal smell.
Mm-hmm.
And then
It's like the first time we turn on the furnace
yeah, that smell
for the year. Yeah.
yeah, that is the smell I smell, and I was like, my Lego man.
The first time the furnace kicks on every year, one year when I had my bunk bed,
Mm-hmm.
my loft bed rather, because there's no other bed underneath
Yeah,
it.
you should say like something cooler, like the bed you would put in a dorm room,
My loft bed.
loft bed. That works.
I almost fucking suffocated because the heater kicked on.
Oh, and you're right by the vent or something.
I wasn't. I was across the room, but it was blowing directly in my face, and I couldn't breathe because it was hot air. And if hot air is blasting me directly in the face, I can't fucking breathe. Like, that's not hot. Like, heater air. Like
Furnace air.
If I'm in a car and the heater is blowing in my face, I can't breathe.
Really?
I can't take in hot air. It doesn't work. Somehow.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't
My
work.
body
for me.
turns off.
And so I'm facing the vent, and the heater kicks on, and it was the first time the heater, like one of the first few times that burning all the iron and whatnot. the dust that's sitting in the ducts
Just burning and killing everything and jetting it out of fucking vent.
blowing in my face, and I'm just asleep, and I can't fucking breathe. And like I'm
Did it wake you up?
yeah, I'm thankfully coming out of like my sleep cycle, so like I'm like I'm very much conscious. Thank God. Otherwise, like I don't know what the fuck would have happened, because I literally couldn't breathe. And if I have hot air blowing in my face to this day, I still can't breathe. I have to turn away.
That's insane.
I can't take in hot
You
air.
probably shouldn't put your weaknesses out there on the internet.
What are they gonna do? Got a heat gun?
Heat cannon.
So that's just like every time like I close my event now.
Are you down tonight?
I got homework to do.
Oh,
I'm busy.
we can if you want.
Yeah, you guys do.
I'm hungry, but I have to buy you dinner.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I close my event now because I like it cold.
yeah. Do you prefer to sleep in the cold or
I have
heat?
to sleep in the cold.
Yeah, you gotta have the cold.
I sleep real hot.
I'm the same.
Also, like 2 times last month, I flipped my comforter in my sleep.
Really?
So I have it so the black is facing up because I have black sheets now, and it's gray on the other side. And I've woken up, went to sleep, black on top, woken up, grays on top. Perfectly all nice and organized, nice and flat, no like
Yeah.
wrinkles. It's like I woke up, made my bed,
To a military degree.
flipped it, and just went back to sleep
That's awesome.
twice.
One time, in like high school, I was like a sophomore. I did my laundry and I put it on my bed and I didn't fold my laundry. I was just like tired. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to bed. And I laid down and I woke up the next day and I had a shirt around my legs. Like I put a shirt on as pants and I had like my head through some shorts and like an arm through some shorts. So like in my sleep, I got up, changed clothes, but
You tried to dress yourself.
but I put a shirt on my legs and like shorts on my arm and head, which is hilarious. And I remember waking up being like, huh? And I thought it was a prank. I was like, Eric, what the fuck did you do, man? And he's like, what? I was like, I woke up with a shirt around my waist. He's like, I didn't do it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I must have did it in my sleep.
I'm like a typically violent sleeper. Like I roll around a lot.
You wake up, just poof.
I've punched myself in the sleep before. I have. I've woken
The
up.
way you worded that sentence. I punched myself in the sleep before.
I've woken up with like a really sore knuckles.
Really?
And be like, what the fuck happened? And it's I either hit the wall or I hit myself. Because like I've woken up with like sore cheeks.
Fighting demons at night.
I'm throwing something.
Throwing bows.
And I've wanted to record myself before. I've tried when I was a kid. I got scared. I chose not to. But like,
I get that.
you don't,
I think we all get that.
you don't know. But like
Yeah. What if you see something you don't want to?
exactly. But like I kind of want to just to see what I do.
How
in my
hilarious
sleep.
would it be if I found out the day you were doing that and I just stood over you for like a half hour looking at you and get that on camera and you just call me the next day, you're like, hey, can we talk about this thing?
We have an issue.
There's an issue.
Rolo.
Oh, doggo.
I think father is home.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I might try to record myself sleeping one of these days.
I mean, now in HD.
Yeah. But like, I would need a light on. Otherwise, it would just be fucking black.
Yeah.
I need one of those like
Night lights or
a
moonlight.
night vision camera, like those trap cameras
Trap cameras.
for like hunting.
Oh, game cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do that.
One of those.
That'd be hilarious.
It would detect any movement.
Yeah.
and start
every
recording.
every time you roll over, it's like clink. It's like, but they usually have like bright ass flashes. They're not.
Either or.
They're not nighttime cameras. They actually flash. They just want to see if deer are going through there. They don't care if they get scared away from a flash. They just want evidence of
The flash won't wake me.
I don't know, man. They're pretty bright.
If fire alarms can't wake me, a flash won't.
Really?
Yeah. The next time you break into my house and stand over me sleeping, take a flashlight and just flash it in my eyes.
Damn, he's really good.
It won't wake me. It won't. Straight up won't.
I wanted to say this. Something happened to me recently that I really liked, and I wanted to put some good out in the world because I've had. Fuck off, bro! I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna read it to you.
I'm reading the first line.
Yeah, podcast.
No, the one below that.
This one?
Yeah, the first paragraph, the first line of it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about right now?
Going to, asshole. Way to beat me to it.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna find it at the same time. Damn.
I didn't know you were going in order.
So one thing. Okay, didn't matter. One thing that happened to me was I met someone I was working with, and I didn't realize I liked this thing until it happened, right? Like, I introduced myself. I'm like, hi, I'm Alec. And they go, Alec? A-L-E-C? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, Alec, nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, like, that's super cool. And I think because of that, I remembered who they are, you know? And I was thinking, I was like, huh, that's really cool that they did that to me. And then next time I met someone, I did the same thing. They were like, hi, my name's Mike. And I was like, Mike? Like, M-I-K-E? not exactly. His name wasn't Mike. I don't remember this motherfucker anymore. But the thing was, someone did something to me that I liked, and I wanted to do the same exact thing to someone else to see what the response would be, and see and hope they shared in the enjoyment of it, kind of, right? Like, I know it sounds really weird, but like, no one gets my name right. So when someone did, and then they clarified it, I was like, oh, like, not only did you hear my name was Alec, but you know how to spell it correctly. I like that. So, I don't know. I just thought that I'd do that, and I did it, and I hope that person liked it. And I wanted to know if there's something like that you've ever had where you're just like, huh, like it catches you off guard, and you're like, I like that someone took the time to like see how my name is spelled or pronounced or whatever.
I like when people take the time to actually talk to me.
I just want to have a conversation. Because
a lot of the time, whether it be at work, it's mostly at work.
Yeah.
Where I'm just standing there and everyone's just walking by me. Some people, well, it's just the briefness of they're leaving, like, have a good one. I'm like, thanks. You too. They can go the entire shift without talking to me. But like, if I'm at the front doors and they're like, have a good night.
That's all you need?
That's all I need.
I'm the same with that. I think
a lot of people don't talk to me at work.
Yeah.
I think it's just because
there's a ton of people at Target, right?
It's like 50 at a given time.
That's
not even
that's
like
kind of a lot.
Like 30, 40.
Can't say hi to everybody. I don't say hi to everybody, and I think people don't
say
like
hi
me.
to everybody.
I don't think people like me because I don't say hi to them. But I agree with that. Like, all you got to do is say like, "Hey, what's up?" or "Hey, goodbye." Like,
and then I don't get highs. I just get buys.
Oh, what would you prefer? And would you prefer murder more of that?
Both. I want a high and a buy. Because if it's just a buy
and a daily conversation of like how we,
I don't need a daily conversation.
Just hello and goodbye.
I want a greeting and a farewell. Because if I just get a farewell, it means nothing to me, but it's nice. But if I get a greeting, it means nothing unless I get a farewell.
So help me out with this, right? So a lot of the time, I would do it, but I'm like nervous, and then sometimes I'll do it, and they won't acknowledge me because they're busy doing something else, and then my ego takes a hit.
And I think that a lot of the time, because people associate my job with like being security, they think like I'm busy all the time.
Yeah.
Really.
Or ignoring them or like focused on the job.
Yeah, they think I'm doing what I have to do. And I also think that a lot of the times they're not supposed to talk to us, but they talk to the other guy, Chris.
Yeah.
More than me. But he's also more sociable, more personable, whereas I'm just kind of there. I don't think I give people dirty looks. I've been told I dog people out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Wonderlust says I dogged her out.
Really?
Yeah. So,
I could see her having a problem with you.
eh. Oh well. Besides the point, I don't hate anybody there. That's just how my face looks.
What's commodified? Like, I mean, a commodity, but like, let me try and read this. Human interaction was commodified and is being sold back to us. There was no incentive to socialize anymore.
Turned into or treated as a mere commodity.
Yeah.
Commercialized.
I can see that, like with businesses, everyone's like always businessy. That's why they're always like, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I want to sell you something.
Thank you.
I want to talk to you about God."
So, I mean,
That's how the churches get you.
if people don't ever talk to me and they be like, have a good night. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, you too.
Here's the thing. I
It doesn't
think
mean as much to me.
I think in my head, just going off what you're saying, I feel like I've said hi to people and they would either just like give me a shitty look or just ignore me, like growing up. And I think that stuck with me to where it's like I don't I don't say hi to people because I think that's going to keep happening. And that in turn just makes other people around me mad because they think I ignore them or don't say hi to them first.
I can name all the people that only make conversation with me in certain scenarios and never talk to me any other time.
Yeah.
Am I going to? No. But can I? Yes.
But that's the weird thing, right? It's like, I also feel like it's one of those things like, oh, it goes both ways. Like, if they really wanted it, they could say hi to me. But it's like, also like...
But I'm busy doing security.
But it's like, yeah, but it's also, I get it. Like, when I'm running around, like, looking for, like, talent or the comedian or whatever, they're like, hey. I'm like, what's up? Or, like, just walking by them and I'm like, you know, doing something. And I think people would be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you're so busy, you can't say what's up, like, back. But, yeah, I would like to do that more, too. So do that more. Is what I'm trying to say. Is like,
You want me to talk to more people?
no, just hi and bye.
So talk to more people.
Just hi and bye.
Talk to more people.
Yes, but you
No,
only have
can't
to
do
say.
that.
But you only have to say hi and bye.
Nope. I'd rather just say hi to certain people, try to trip certain other people, even though it's only happened one time. You need to get over it.
Burn.
And say bye to everyone who says bye.
Yeah. So you reciprocate. You don't initiate.
100%. Yes. Except for like guests. If like some get, I fucking hate this. It's one part of my job that I don't like because it's unnecessary.
I don't like it.
So people will walk past me. They're waving their receipt in my face. Like, I bought this. Here you go. Do you want to check it? And I don't even talk to them. I don't look at them. I do nothing. Because there's certain criteria already in place for me to be able to check receipts. And most of the time it's never met.
Yeah.
And so if people offer to show me their receipts, I can check it if I want to. But most of the time, I know they're 100% okay because I watched them fucking check out.
Yeah.
And they're like, here it is. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. I don't need that. Leave me alone.
Yeah. They're just being a douche.
They're just being like, I didn't steal. And it's like, I know you didn't steal, dickhead. Get out of my store.
Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't.
Leave. And so I'll just be standing there and someone will walk by and they'll hand me their receipt and they'll stop in the doorway. And I'll look over and I'm like, I don't need it. Have a good day. Just like that.
Do you think that's because I know Best Buy? I've been stopped at Best Buy. Or like I think they stop everyone at Walmart or like Costco and do the same thing, just to double check. Do you think people maybe just have that routine where they're always more at Walmart or Costco and they're just in the habit of doing that? Or do you think because they're being so...
So something that I've noticed is that it's always minorities that do it. And that's really shitty.
White people have become the minority in California, just so you know.
Sure, but it's always like a Hispanic or an African American that's like showing me their receipt, trying to prove their innocence. White people don't do it because white people are like that. They're just, I own everything.
Do you think they do it because they feel like they're being profiled and they want to maybe. Throw it in your face?
Stigmatized,
like,
maybe. Well, it's like, it's not the case, people.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's something that happens to me at work that I fucking hate. Just because they're just like, I have this. Here you go. Like, I don't need it. First of all, get away. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk to you.
Yeah. If I did my job to talk to you, you would know.
It's like I'll be looking this way and they're coming this way to me and waving their receipt and I'm still looking this way at somebody else and they're just like, here it is. Here's the receipt. And I'll look over and I'm like, thank you. Have a good day. And I'll go back to looking at whatever I'm looking at. Like a fucking dog.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. That's interesting.
It's just like a behavior that people have that's just like, it's not necessary.
You're really just being a dick. I mean, right? Like,
If you're truly an honest customer, exit the fucking store.
yeah, you don't have to make a showboat
We
about
know if you are or aren't. Like 100%. Just leave.
it. Yeah. Well, again, most importantly, it's your job to catch them if they are.
Yeah.
So if they are, you would be doing your job. And if not, you're doing your job.
I ran an experiment once, like when I first started. I would say, have a good day to every guest. The ones that
So you can talk to people.
I can, but I ran a social experiment. The ones that did say something back, clean. The ones that didn't, 70% of the time, this is an accurate number.
You kept track?
70% of the time, they did something they weren't supposed to, whether it be stealing or other.
Elaborate it.
So,
Because
like,
I don't know what you're saying.
if I said thank you to a guest, like, have a good day.
So let me just get the grounds. You said thank you to everyone.
I said have a good day to every guest that walked through that exited through my store.
Okay.
100% of the time, if they reciprocated, thanks, you too. Didn't do anything wrong.
They were not suspects at all.
They didn't steal.
Got it.
If they didn't,
Wait, so you watch motherfuckers steal and you're like, have a nice day? He's like, I will.
potentially. If they didn't say anything, I would check. I would watch their transaction. 70% of the time, the people that didn't reciprocate did something they weren't
Coming
supposed
into the
to.
store or leaving the store?
Leaving. If they didn't say thank you, you too, or acknowledge that I said have a good day as they were leaving the store, I would check their transaction. And
something was
70% of
amiss.
the time, they didn't reciprocate something. They did something they weren't supposed to do.
So that's 30% significant enough to be.
30% of the time, they're just whatever. They were just dicks. But
Yeah. Huh. So, well, here's the thing. I've been told have a nice day before, and
have you stolen?
no, but I just recently got more allergy medicine, and they're like, have a nice day, and I just go, it's not my head.
That's acknowledgement.
That's all you need?
Yeah.
Okay.
People just fucking walk right past me as I say it.
Okay. Because I think in my head, I'd expect a verbal response.
No.
But
I counted all kinds of responses.
But I just, as a customer, didn't want to, like, sit down. Like, I didn't want to talk to the employee like, oh, thanks, man, you too.
No, I got all kinds of responses.
Okay.
But those that gave me nothing, I would investigate. And more likely than not, I got something back.
Were the suspects who did something they weren't supposed to not serious enough to be apprehended or questioned?
Can't say.
Fair enough.
Not allowed to say.
That's interesting. And
It's like it's the socialness of it, right? Like if you're truly doing something you're not supposed to be doing in a public place, right? You're gonna not want to draw attention to yourself, and if someone's talking to you,
you're gonna want to ignore them.
yeah, especially
You're not gonna want
if
to
it's-
sit and have a conversation with security.
if it's someone that's that is wearing a security uniform or like a police uniform,
Yeah.
you're gonna like,
I wonder, do you think cops know that about the human brain? Because like I always think that. I'm like, do you look at a cop at a stoplight? And I always do, because I don't know why.
just look at them and nod your head.
Because I always think the same thing. I'm like, if I don't look at them and I know they're there, they're gonna think I'm suspicious. If I look at them and they know I know they're there, they'll just know. I always think that. I think that exact thought every time I see a cop or have like an interaction.
It's like a different scenario, but
But it's the same sort of authority structure.
sure, I'm sure if you just look at them and give them a nod, they'll, if they see you and they're looking at you,
I'm talking about just even looking at them. Like, I've been parked next to cops before, and like I'll be like, do I look or do I not look? Because if I look straight ahead, but if I see their cop car in my peripheral, I always go and look just real quick, not to like be suspicious, but I just think psychologically, if they know they're there, they know they're a cop on duty,
Yeah.
and if they see someone just sitting in their car looking straight forward, I think they're gonna think I'm nervous or look suspicious if I don't at least look over like, oh, there's a cop.
It's different. Like if they're looking at you the entire time, and if you do look over while they're looking at you, that's different. Whereas like if you looked over before they were looking at you, then they don't know if you were looking at them or not. Because I was looking at these people the entire time while I initiated the Have a Good Days.
Yeah.
And the ones that looked back and said something, cool. The ones that didn't look at me at all, not even towards my direction, and just kept walking, that's a different case.
Gotcha.
So, like, if they were already looking at you and then you turned your head to look at them and then look back.
So you're saying if I was walking past you and you say, have a good day, and I just look at you and then keep going, you're like, that's an interaction?
If you just look at me, no. If you nod your head or say something, that's an interaction.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was confused, but that clears it up. The only thing I wanted to say to that I have written down in my notes because you brought it up is I think too often people forget that millionaires are the minority.
Yeah, there's not a lot of... I mean, there is a good amount of millionaires, but
not the majority.
Nope.
And when you look into the super wealthy, like, they're the minority.
the 1%.
Yeah. So I wonder... It's like this thought I played with of like...
We could kill them all.
Yeah. Kill the minorities.
Well, don't say that. Jesus Christ, man. You can't say that.
It's in context. In context, it's fine. Out of context, I'm canceled. I'm shit canned. Eat the rich is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
That's the point. I'm taking a risk.
I just...
Taking more risks, Josh.
I want to clear my name super quick, and then we can get back into that. My tactic of this social experiment was something I did in like my first month. I don't run this, but I have changed how I evaluate people, so that it won't work nowadays if you try to steal from me. I've changed my methods that I'm not allowed to say.
Fair enough.
Just saying. Clear my name.
But yeah, I wanted to just draw attention to the idea that millionaires, trillionaires, billionaires, there's a good percentage of people.
Trillionaires don't exist.
I feel like they do.
Just billionaires.
A lot of the majority of rich people are minorities.
Yes.
The minority of people are the majority.
The poor.
The poors.
The poor majority.
The poor majority. Yeah. What was the camel hump or whatever we had? The
What?
Hang on. Economics.
The one hump camel economics?
The idea of the one hump camel economics. Those are just camels.
Yeah, you go to Imager and you type in one hump camel.
All right.
So you're going to get a bunch of camels.
Let's just imagine. Let's do a thought experiment because I don't have a graph or paper or a pen or pencil. Let's do a thought experiment. Let's imagine a graph from left to right. $0 a year to $1 million. Let's do $1 billion a year.
What's the y-axis?
The y-axis is... Hang on. That's a good question.
Number of people.
Number of people. Thank you.
God damn it, man. This is my economics degree coming in.
Math is hard. So the y-axis is number of people.
Hold on. We're going to MS paint this because we need a visual. Otherwise, we're going to get fucking lost. That's an O.
I wanted to do a thought experiment.
This is a thought experiment still. We need to visualize this. Otherwise, we're going to get lost. So we got...
Number of people per year. Just number of people.
And then this is money.
Money. So income. So the farthest left is $0 a year, and the farthest right is trillions of dollars a year. So stupid rich.
Monty.
Now, if you would, start at 0, like here, look at my hands, and then go up, and then just watch as I finish. Go up, dip a little, and then up again, and then dip at the trillions.
So looking for a sine wave.
Sine wave, but like a very out of phase sine wave. Nope. That's a lot of trillionaires, isn't it? A 2-hump camel. Close enough. Some boobies. So if you look and then do the middle, just do a line, right? Perfect.
That was the straightest fucking
That's
line
a
ever.
really straight line in MS Paint. That's the straightest fucking line in MS Paint I've ever seen. That is the middle class.
The dip.
That
That makes
is
sense.
a minority, right? Then you go a little bit left, and there's a majority of poor, and then you go up, and there's a majority of wealthy. To the right of wealthy is super wealthy. Okay, it's not. You're never gonna.
That's better.
To the right of that is super wealthy. Obviously, this is not to scale as it's an MS Paint. But do you understand the concept of the whole?
Yes.
I've always said like the middle class is actually, first of all, super hard to get into. That the majority of people are in fact poor, and the people who are rich.
It's a reverse standard deviation.
What does that mean?
I'll show you.
This is your econ degree,
This is a statistics, dude. This is different.
which you have to know for, you know.
It's the classic bell curve. It's just inverted. It's 'cause it's upside down.
Yeah. But basically the idea of a 2-hump is that there's the disparity.
Right. The 68.2%.
Yeah. And then the idea is that it should be a 1-hump camel.
Right.
That the middle class should be the majority.
These white spaces are the humps.
Well, the
Yes.
okay.
Because this is the dip,
Yes.
and this is the top of the hump.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say it's inverted.
So yeah, if we keep the same parameters, the y-axis is number of people, and the x-axis is
Money.
money. Thank you.
Can't go negative, but yes.
Sure, yeah, of course. But you get the idea.
Yes.
The economy currently, present day, is a 2-hump camel.
It follows the standard deviation.
The idea is that it should be a 1-hump camel. There should be more people making more money and less people making a shitload of money and less people making shit for money. Do you know what I'm saying?
Standard deviation.
Yeah, standard deviation.
But it already follows that.
Does it?
Yes. Because if this is the dip saying that the majority of people are poor, it already follows that being the majority. If this side is the poor, then there's not a lot of poor people.
Yeah.
Not a lot of super poor. And this side, there's not a lot of super rich people.
So 0 on this picture right now is what you're referring to, right?
Sure. Yes.
So you're saying 0 right now is the poor side of the chart we drew in MS Paint.
Yeah.
So that is the majority. The idea I'm saying is we have a 2-hump camel.
Why isn't this locking?
Oh, that's sick. We have a 2-hump camel, but we should be a 1-hump camel.
Right. But if we're looking at the lines where like this is the middle, this is like the apex, that's the apex. It's the same thing. It's just upside down.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
You're right. That's what you meant by inverted.
Yes.
I can see that. But what I saw on a TED Talk was that currently there's a lot of poor people, a lot of rich people and not a lot of super wealthy, not a lot of middle, and not a lot of super poor. Obviously, that's good that there's not a lot of super poor, but there's still that huge gap why the middle class is like so hard to achieve. Whereas on the left, if you can move, just leave it obviously, but just listen, the 0 to the left of the y-axis, right, like the beginning of the chart, to where the middle class should be the majority. You get that, right?
13.6%. This one.
No, the 34.2 to 34.2. That should be the middle class ideally.
Well, both of these are that.
Yeah. Well, it's people who are upper middle class, lower middle class, right?
Well,
And then exactly middle class.
So there's four things on each side, right? There's the middle, this one, that one. There's the 0.1, 2.1, 13.6, 34.1, and the standard deviation model, right? Because it's equal. It's going to be equal on both sides.
Yeah.
So both of these combined is your middle class, right? Mm-hmm. This is going to be your upper middle class at 13.6, the 27.2%. Mm-hmm. And you got your 2.1s. That's like the wealthy, and then that's the 4.2%, and then the 0.2% are like
billionaires.
Yeah.
But
So you get your middle, your upper middle, your wealthy, and your extremely wealthy.
Oh, well, but it also goes to the other side, the poor,
yes.
super poor.
Yeah, you got your homeless, no money,
Yeah.
$0.
Yep.
You got your fucking college kids. You got your fucking
McDonald's employees above college kids.
right. But like it's all
But the idea is that everyone
together.
The idea is that hopefully more people are landing in the middle. But right now,
yeah, mathematically they do still. Nowadays, yeah.
Currently?
Yeah.
Can you find a graph for it?
Can I find it? Probably not. But that's how the systems. That's how these models are based off of, though.
I get the models, but when I saw the TED Talk, they're saying there's a disparity between super rich and super wealthy, and then middle class is like a minority. Like there's less middle class than there is super rich or super poor.
What? Say that one more time for me, please. I'm slow right now.
Look at the graph on the right.
Yes, I'm looking at it.
How many people would you say are middle class people?
The majority of America.
You're wrong. The majority of America is poor or wealthy.
Sorry, I'm looking at the middle of it because of the lines I drew.
Okay.
Vertically.
So look at the vertical line in the middle of that graph.
I need to do that.
You're running out of backs.
I need to do that to help me visualize it.
So,
The
farthest left is $0.
Yes,
The
sure.
farthest right is $1 trillion
right.
plus.
Now, yes, I will agree with that statement after my lines have been erased. Yes.
Cool. There are less people making middle class money, more people making stupid money, and more people making shit money.
Yep.
There is no in between. There's a disparity between the super wealthy and the super poor. You are either more likely to be rich or to be poor than you are to be in a comfortable middle. That is a model from American income. The middle class, the average income of an American is $31,000 to $32,000 a year. Let's say that's middle class. There's a lot of people who don't make that. More people make less than that or more than that. And the idea of the TED Talk was saying there is no middle class because it's a valley. And if you are middle class, it's hard to be middle class because there's less people like you.
Now, you flip it upside down, you get this.
Okay, so you can't just do that and make the country work like that. This is a communist interpretation.
This is what we do in economics, right? This is what I was taught in my economics class.
Have you seen that bit, the thing where it's like the guy working for a bunch of monkeys, and the monkeys are like burning money and smoking cigars, and the stock's going up and up and up on the chart, and the monkeys are all partying, and the human walks up, flips it upside down. And the monkeys are all like sad because they're like, oh, the business is actually crashing. And then another monkey walks up to it, flips it back up, and they start partying again. I don't remember what it's a commercial for, but it's hilarious. And that's exactly what you just did. I'm like, this is the reality. And you're like, but if you invert it, you no more feel bad.
You get the standard deviation. Right? Everything's perfect.
Everything's fine. Keep going. That's exactly what happened. That's beautiful.
We actually talked about that in my marketing class. Like
flipping the graph.
No, we were talking about like
if you want to make more money.
We were talking about choice, right? And so like we were arguing about like jam. Like when you go to the store and buy jam,
I buy jelly, fucking asshole.
Same shit. If store A only has like strawberry, blackberry, and grape, and shelf B the next day, it's the same shelf. It's just like different day.
Got it.
Has strawberry, blackberry, grape, blueberry, peach, mango, banana, pineapple, guava, and like 10 different choices.
Like going to Bevmo.
Yeah. And they're like, which one like do you think they'd buy from?
A.
Why?
The one with 3 options.
Why?
I think people would get option paralysis.
The people get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
If there's too many options, right?
Yeah.
And they'll end up just buying nothing.
Yeah.
We were talking about this in my marketing class. We're like, if there's too many options, right? People are they're gonna most likely end up buying nothing. Because if you have all these options, sure, there will be some people. It's like, I haven't tried fucking guava jam before. Let's try it out. But most people will either buy what they already know or just buy nothing at all. Because
yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. They'd be like, look at all these crazy options. I'm gonna stick to grape.
Yeah, they'll buy something they either know and are comfortable with, or something that they've, or just buy nothing at all. And he was saying, like, in an economist mindset, they would say they'd buy from shelf B with all the different options because there's more options. Like
but it's wrong. It's not what
depends on the.
It's the model, but it's not what we see in the reality.
It depends on the. What's the term for fucking? That depends on the discipline
Of the buyer?
Of something that you studied, like karate. That discipline.
The discipline, how you are raised or educated.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
That kind of discipline.
So it depends on your social class.
Like if you're no. It depends if you're an economist, if you're a marketing person, like if you're a fucking.
All those people are educated and went to school. And
standard deviation.
And they probably fall
in the 34.1% on the left.
Yeah. My point exactly. They're probably a little more wealthy than those people.
No, the one on the left.
Yeah. People who are wait, what?
The
Finish your jam story, damn it.
We just talked about the illusion of choice and how too many choices is a bad thing.
Oh, no, I
and
totally
I'm saying
agree.
the 34.1 on the left is the poor one.
Yeah.
Unless you flip it upside down, literally, then it's the one on the right, and then it's the wealthy one.
And my point, well, one thing I'd like to say is too, when it comes to Bevmo, saturation. The word saturation comes to mind, right? Bevmo has a lot of options, but what do we see when we first walk in? We see a fucking
wine.
We see an island of wine, of the same wine. We see it put in the middle on display. If you want something else, if you want the guava shit, you can go get the guava shit in the back. But if you came here for some Jack Daniels, some wine, you came here for some fucking Hennessy, we have it all right here, all in the front. All the shit you know and love.
Hennessy's locked up, to be fair.
But it's all right there in the front where you can see it, and it's lit up, and it's fucking getting your attention. And that's going, oh, do I really want to go try a new IPA? Do I really want to go try new whiskey? Do I really want to get out of my comfort zone in the back of the store? Because I could see it right here, and that's it. Like, I can make my choice and get out of the store. And I think that's how Bevmo kind of counteracts that. So like if you went into a store that only sold jam, I think you'd see a similar model, right? The same way Bevmo only sells alcohol, whereas you go
Yeah,
in,
have all the options. It doesn't fucking matter.
yeah. But if you go to like 7-Eleven, you're gonna see maybe Bud Light, Budweiser, maybe a few local IPAs, maybe, and then what are you gonna see next to it? Chips, coffee, sandwiches, motor oil. It's got everything in there. So they have to dwindle it down, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna scale, or it's gonna work itself out because people are gonna buy what they want. And if people don't buy it, it's not gonna sell, blah blah blah. But have I made my point about this? Okay. That's all I wanted to do and say. I'm glad I gotta do the chart. I'm pretty sure we talked about that before already, but if not, hopefully I illustrated it.
They're just the same. But anyway,
No,
one's
they're not.
one's inverted. They're the same. One's inverted. You know,
They're not the same.
same idea. Peaks and valleys. There we go.
I think that is a hell of a way to deflate all the point I just made.
Standard deviation
you.
is the same as the two.
Thank you for popping the tires on that road down that long.
Oh, no, we got it. Because here's the camel. There's the camel. Here's the dip. It's the same. You just got to turn it upside down and add a couple things.
You're a propagandist.
I am. I'm an economist. I have a degree.
That makes you better than me.
It does. It means I should make more than you. It means you should buy a fucking Mitsubishi.
I should listen to my... I have an economist!
Yeah.
I was talking to my economist the other day. Like,
You have one on payroll?
Yep.
What's payroll?
I should ask my economist about that. Are you paid, by the way? No, like I'm just an economist.
I just give him advice.
It's awesome.
Who are you?
Oh my god. Amazing.
Everyone needs an economist.
Get yourself an economist. Get yourself a bartender, a mechanic, a barber, and an economist.
I think someone who knows mechanics can figure out how to cut hair. They probably tried both.
I doubt that. If you gave me some book smart nerd who's like, I know all of physics inside and out, I'd be like, give it to my sister. Give the clippers to my sister.
I think your brother could do a sick fade on somebody.
My brother couldn't do a fade.
I could do a fade. I don't know how to do shit.
You couldn't. Remember the time you tried to cut my hair and you're like, zerp, zerp, and you had a guide on it and I wanted a buzz cut and you're like, zerp. And then everything else was flat and then I pulled up one thing and it was like, yeah.
I'm telling you, I could fade your hair. If
And
I
I'm
wanted
telling
to.
you, you'll never get the chance because you fucked up a buzz cut.
And yet you still let me cut your hair on the show.
Yeah, it's entertainment and pandemic and poor and long hair and look like shit.
I can give you a fade if I tried.
Do you want to try my next one?
Sure.
What's in it for me if
get a
you
hair-
fuck it up?
You get a free haircut.
No, because I'll probably have to go to Sport Clips and be like, yo, can you fix this shit? And they'll be like, no, but we can buzz it.
Then you just cut it all off. You lose nothing. You already rocked a buzz cut for most of your life.
But I should be able to return the favor and try to give you a fade.
You're literally gonna fucking shave my head. But there are a couple requests beforehand, before that happens. Numerous people want me to have a mullet for a couple days.
Sure.
Yeah.
Done.
But specifically like a Takawache mullet. Which if you don't know what that is, I'll show you.
I guess this is better than a fade, actually.
It is.
I will
It
try to
is.
cut you a Takawache mullet. I look good in beanies.
Yeah, when
It
you
has
wear
my
'em-
giant ass
when
forehead.
you wear them correctly. So,
Oh, you want the Edgar?
yeah, that's a Takawache mullet. With the fucking lined
So-
up front
Dude,
and a
I am going to hook
party
you
in
up.
the back.
I am going to hook you up.
Yeah.
That looks...
So this is what we're going for.
That's 4 hairstyles in a pile-up accident on the freeway.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
Numerous people want this. So this is what we're going for.
And you're allowed to do this? You're gonna be security? No one's gonna fuck with a guy with a Takawache.
No.
That's awesome.
If anything, I get more
A
respect.
walkie-talkie. I will put your hair up real quick for me. Okay, how about a bowl cut?
That's how you start. Basically.
See, I'm already figuring it out. And I have no economics degree.
That's also not economics.
Doesn't matter.
Maybe home economics.
Doesn't matter. That's awesome. I could definitely hook you up with
So
that.
that's basically the goal we're going for with the shave head.
I can do that.
Takawache. And then after I get like enough satisfaction, we're going to get rid of the rest.
Let's say a week.
Sure.
I got you, bro. Don't even trip, dog.
We're almost there. We got 18 out of 25 subs, but that just keeps counting on each one because we're like 4 subs right now, 3 subs.
Nice.
Like expirations and whatnot.
No one's gifted me a sub yet. That's a pretty easy sub
You
to
got
gift,
one.
but it's expired now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh my gosh.
No mug.
Do you want me to gift you a sub?
You just want to get your hair cut.
I do. I fucking want to get rid of it.
Well, let's go. Give me a sub then. 2DDB.
It's funny because the money I spent on this we get back, so it's like spending nothing. So if you're ever on Twitch and you watch a channel that gifts subs to their own channel, they lose nothing. It's like an investment.
That's smart.
Like saying
We should do that.
They're gonna re-sub,
We should do that. Yeah, it's basically free, right?
basically.
We need to have better emojis and shit, though.
That's gonna be good. Plus, you just take a sip.
Hey! Oh. Cheers.
Wow, you just earned a sub.
Sub down.
Congratulations.
Yay. What do I do?
Nothing.
Thank.
Wow, thanks.
Just click on thank.
You didn't even send it.
Bonk.
There you go.
Thanks for the sub, yo.
Thanks, man. You're welcome.
Yeah, now I'm subbed. Boom.
Now,
How many subs we got now? 21? Can I send you a sub?
19. No, I'm already sub by default.
Damn. Well, you could send one to Phantom. Oh, no, he's got one, right?
Subbed.
You can send one back to Ghost Sand.
I could. Yeah.
And she just
Paolo.
subbed. Paolo. And then, yeah. I mean, you can get an easy 2 more. Easy. Boom. That much closer. Boom. Send out the subs. Let them know. Let them know that we are with you, for you, by you. Will we get the money back 100% or?
For the most part, yeah. Scroll up for me.
PALOMEETAZ. Paulo Meataz. Paulo Meat AZ.
That's gonna be good. Plus, you just take a
Hey,
sip.
we're just throwing them all out.
Oh, did you see that?
And wasabi, boom.
We hit 1 year after Chase was on the show.
Yeah.
She posted that.
Is she coming back on the show? I reached out to her.
I invited
I
her.
told her to come back.
I said she's welcome anytime.
Yeah. I thought I reposted that on my Instagram. But yeah, we'd definitely love to have you back.
Underspace.
And the Stream Elements guy,
That is does not count. It's already subbed.
Paulo Meats, and then Ghost Hand. Yeah, bro, you're about to get fucking 4. We're about to hit the
We're
goal.
almost there. That's gonna be good. Plus, you just take a sip.
Boom, boom, boom. Here we are buying our own shit. we're literally buying our own fucking product right now. Which is
246.
low shit quality entertainment.
Oh well.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let me hear say way. Oh.
Wait, oh, can we just hang on? Let me just go look on Twitch on another stream. And I'm going to check their chat. And we're just going to give someone a sub in their chat. Let's see.
Just go to their fucking.
All right, so Suzy Funtown, SUZI.
Just click the name for me.
Oh, there you go. Susie Funtown, you're in Samantha Taylor Music's stream right now. Shout out to Samantha Taylor Music. You're super talented. I love watching your shit. We're going to go ahead and randomly gift one of your fans a sub to our channel because we'd like to see how that works. We'd like to hit our quota. We should just start buying subs. It could be that easy. We might have just broke Twitch.
You know, assuming they don't put holds on your accounts.
I couldn't imagine as long as money's circulating.
An unexpected error occurred. Please try again later.
Do you think it has to be in the chat?
No. Give me a Susie Fun Time. That's a P. I think it's because I'm making all these different transactions.
Is it supposed to be one group thing?
Ideally. Like if you're doing it one by one. Just be like, ooh, did your credit card get stolen? Or
Well, Ali hooked us up with a bunch of subscriptions like that one day.
you can gift a big number of subs if there's that many people in chat. Yeah. Unexpected error. So I'm good for 3 before they start putting holds.
That's a real thing?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll try that again Wednesday, maybe. We should have Anthony on the show Wednesday, but if not Monday, we'll go ahead and gift some strangers in a chat and
We're only 4 away.
and see what happens. That'd be fucking fun. That'd be interesting to see the fallout. So, well, I was actually able to cross 2 things off my list then.
Is there anything else you want to mention? Shout out to Norman for hanging here.
Shout out Norm.
His head is backwards.
He'll be fine. He'll sleep it off.
This is his spine and this is the front of his rib cage.
I think I'm good for now, man. Honestly, I got a few more notes, but we'll save those. They're not really gonna pass the vibe check right now.
For sure. Then we'll end the show.
Cool.
No, not a problem. No worries. Forgot how to end the show. Hi, I'm Josh.
Hi, I'm Alec. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Check back on Wednesday, same time, same place. We're gonna have a guest. Ooh, different. Goodbye.